Seahawks fan.
Curtis Jones, Devin Witherspoon,
Kedra Wright.
Dave Burleson. You're watching NORBFAM.
NORBFAM. You're watching NORBFAM.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh, Barking Dogs coming at you. Another episode. It's been a couple weeks since we've done a show. Glad you guys are with us. Yes, the 2026 NFL schedule is out. And Chris and I are going to break down our own takes on the schedule. And I got to be completely honest with you. I literally just got back from the airport helping Vanessa move back from San Diego State back home. So we literally got in the house. I ran to my computer. I said, Chris, you ready to go? Let's do this. No plan. We just knew we were going to talk about the schedule. So I think our rough plan is going to talk a little bit about just the overall view, do a win-loss breakdown, the very initial kind of gut reaction. And then at the end, if we have time, take some calls from you guys and see what you think about the schedule this year. So without further ado, let's talk and have you guys bring up Chris from UW Doghouse. Chris, good to see you again, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, nice to see you too, man. I had to wear my Super Bowl Witherspoon jersey, you know.
That's sweet, man. You got the badges on there. You got the Super Bowl badge, a 50, man. That's a sweet setup.
Well, it'll be a popular jersey week one. Who would have thought that of all the home matchups, that's the one they chose? But
I know, right? We're breaking it down. There's no way they're going to have us go against the Patriots after that stinker of a Super Bowl everyone could complain about. And sure enough, that's the first game on the season was indeed the Patriots.
We had no idea that their head coach would be in a weekly scandal with the reporter. Because I guarantee that has something to do with it. Because drama sells. And they're having betting odds already if he's even going to be the coach week one, and we got plenty of time to discuss all that. Plus, there might be a different Patriots team. You got to figure AJ Brown. There's a good chance he'll probably be making his debut against us if he's traded there. The Super Bowl MVP of that game won't be playing against the Patriots, so we'll be. Right. I know some of our fans are thinking automatic blowout win. That's like we'll go over our predictions and how we think each game goes, but I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But yeah, it's awesome.
For sure.
You know what's cool about today? It's the optimism. You know, whether you're good or bad, you get that schedule and you're just like, you're optimistic.
Every team, right? Every fan around the country thinks this is our year, right?
Except for the Jets. They're always down. Jets fans are perpetually depressed. But yes, the other 31 teams are thinking that. But for me, I always look at the schedule every year as a Seahawks fan. I'm always like, how many primetime games do we get? How many do we have at home? And I'm always like, God, we didn't get enough. I can't say that this year. I cannot say that this year. 5 primetime home games. 5. Like, yeah.
And six total. 5 prime times at home.
And plus awesome. Will be the featured game, the 7th game at Philly on a Saturday too, late in the year. So that'll be.
I don't want to count that. We were texting a little bit about that. Was that considered prime time? And it's not in the evening slot, but it is on a Saturday, which makes it a little bit unique from the other games. So it is kind of a pseudo prime time game, if you want to call it that, even though it's at 2:00 our time, 5:00 Eastern time.
But it will be dark for them.
That's true. So before we jump into it, let me just recognize some of the people who are watching right now. We got Tyler Parcher. Where is it? Where's my comment thing? There it is. Tyler Parcher's in here. Official AD. Uma the Jackal in the house.
Uma the Jackal. That's a name.
I know. I think I know who that is too. What's up, Norb? Got my tickets to the opener on my flight from Michigan to go to the game. Can't wait. Oh, from Michigan to watch. To watch the boys take on.
Yeah, look at that.
Reveal the banner. It's the banner reveal. You get the banner, drop it in from the top, and back in 40 and after 48, they did the banner. Mm-hmm. They have a thing on the field, and they had this big banner that like rolled down the Hawks nest where everybody like pushed it down like a big old parachute thing. It was really cool. So you get to see all that. Tyler LTR, I'm pumped for the fan experience, tailgating, parties at home, and everything will be pretty epic this year with all these primetime games. And then we will be taking calls at the end. Official AD's already on the horn, he says. So jump in for sure, you guys. Let's see. Well, Sean Donnelly on Facebook is watching. Thanks, Sean. T Green 24, what's going on? Just the schedule, baby. Excited. Tyler Parcher, Mariners Seahawks doubleheader on the same day. Yeah, it's gonna be that'd be one of those get Mariner games tickets that day and walk over across the street and catch the prime time Super Bowl champs with the debut. I mean, that's got to be I did that last year when the Seahawks started with the Buccaneers game and then walked over for the playoff game. That was great. So yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. A lot of stuff to be excited for. Lloyd B. George got my tickets for the opener. Yeah, definitely gonna be something. David Nelson's watching as well, so keep on coming in. We are going to take calls, get your reactions to this. We have not talked about our thoughts on the schedule. I haven't even really digested this in terms of like breaking it down, win-loss record.
I haven't either.
So this is going to be totally raw. And while I was on the plane, that's when the schedule. I was halfway through the flight when the thing came out. And we had no internet, so I didn't get a chance to like study it while I was on the plane. I literally got off the thing. I told Chris, I'm on my way. I'll be back in the field. Let's do this thing. So yeah, it'll be kind of a raw reaction. As you guys know, I do my prediction music video. That'll come out officially with my predictions in September or late August. But we'll do our very raw kind of like, hey, what do you think? Win, loss, win, all that stuff. Okay. And I'm sure it'll be completely accurate too. We'll see how we react to it. We're gonna put our schedule as we do it. I'm gonna try to do this as we go, and we're gonna put our score. I'll try to update this as we go. So as we go through our win-loss thing, I'll try to put in what we have as our current record. And remind me to not forget to do that, Chris, so that we can kind of track our win-loss as we go, because otherwise I'll forget what I said. So, and I'm sure the audience won't. Okay, let's start first with just the overall reaction to kind of how it played out, because you were posting a lot this week about leaks in the schedule. A lot of the stuff was pretty accurate, but
I would say it's all accurate.
Because you were telling
me
the
leaks I saw. Well, because they're kind of
7 prime times and we're 6, unless you still again
consider they were counting. So on the primetime thing, they were counting Philly as part of that 7. So that's kind of a nuance, whatever.
That's pretty cool. They got
that.
7 out of 17 games, prime time. That's almost half. That's pretty good. Because
you're gonna
last
have
year we had what, 3? Was it 3 prime times last year?
You have
Monday night, the Thursday night against the Rams, and then
the Saturday night. They counted as Monday night, but it was on Saturday against the 49ers, and then you had the Sunday night against the Commanders. We did have a Thursday night against the Cardinals. We actually kind of had a decent amount, but they weren't really at home. And the one Monday night against the Texans was like a double header, and it's the same time as the Mariners game 7. So it wasn't like I don't know. I've watched a lot of Seahawks Monday night games. That did not feel like a Monday night Seahawks game.
I think I mentioned this before. We were at the game. We were at the stadium. We were at Lumen Field, and we were all in the club watching the football game's going on behind us Monday night, and we're not even paying attention to it. We're literally all glued to the screen, hoping the Mariners can finally get to the World Series. And as soon as it was over, like, okay, let's go watch the football. So it was kind of crazy. Let's do a quick overview of the schedule here, just so we can kind of run through the teams. I'm sure you guys have all seen it, but this is kind of the initial breakdown. Oops, I want to do this. There we go. Running through it. It starts off with so you can see this, right? The kickoff week, first game of the year, September 9th against the Patriots. Then we're on the road against on a Wednesday night, first ever. And then we're on the road against the Cardinals, on the road early against the Commanders. Then we're home against the Chargers. After that, home against the 49ers. And then we got the Broncos on Thursday night football prime time. So that's our second prime right there. Then back-to-back prime times.
Actually 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Yeah,
because then we've got the Chiefs Sunday night football, and then Bears Monday night football. They were smart on that. Then we're back home against the Cardinals. Then we go against the Raiders, a game I'm hoping to go to November 15th.
Yeah, same here. I've never gone to a road game before. If I'm ever going to go to a road game, that's going to be the one I'm going to go to.
Yeah. I've been in that stadium. I was there for Super Bowl 58, and it's nice. It's nice. Then we have our bye week, and then we come back in end of the month against on the road against the Niners.
Our second home.
Another prime.
Our second home at San Francisco.
Yeah, that's right.
Lumen South.
That's right. And then we've got Monday night against them boys. Should be fun, December 7th. Then we take on the Giants at home. And then this is that debatable prime time Saturday game against the Eagles on the road. And then another prime time against the Rams on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Christmas Day game. And then we're into January. We've got the Panthers, an early game. And then, of course, to be determined, this could be flexed depending on how this game turns out to be. That could be another primetime game, theoretically.
That could be our eighth.
So we'll see how that all goes. But, anyway, so there we go. That's kind of an overview, quick overview of the schedule. You want to go through there or any kind of games that sort of jump out as like stand out? We play all our division games, but any of these like kind of catch your eye as like, this is going to be a good one, or this is like just kind of a really cool one on the schedule?
I would say the timing of how they did the Rams one. It's weird is we don't play the Rams at all until our 16th game.
They stacked them at the end.
2 out of
the last
3.
It's literally
2 out of 3.
In a 3-week period.
Yeah,
which is crazy, right?
So like, it's going to be weird as all year long, us and the Rams, because we're measuring against each other. We're going to be like, who's who? And then 2 of the last 3 weeks, you're going to find out. It's like, it can be good and bad. Like if you have the lead in the division in the back of your mind, like, well, they could chase us. On the flip side, going the 3 games, if you're a game back of a team, it's hard to win the division where you're like, hey, we control our destiny. So it goes both ways. It's going to be fun.
It could be a great way to set the schedule up. It could be a really bad way, depending on how our schedules match up by the time we get to week 15. But what's interesting on the schedule, too, is that you look at our division rivals, right? So you got Cards here, and then week 5 against the Niners, and then Cards again, and then the Niners in week 12. We don't see another division rival because they backloaded the Rams. We don't see them for another month before we have a rival, NFC West game until you get all the way here to Christmas. So basically, almost a whole month, we don't play any rival games. Obviously, they're all NFCs, so they're all important. But the fact that we just don't have any rival games till we get to Christmas is a little bit on the crazy side. But, I
would say another observation is, and here, like you just had the schedule up, from October 4th, I think it said from October 4th till, what's that say, November 9th? Oh, that just says a week. Oh, yeah, no, November 8th, yeah. You play 5 out of 6 games are at home. So that's kind of with 3 in a row prime time. So that's, to me, is the fun part of the schedule. I would say at the end, though, it can be a little rough, though. 3 out of 4 are on the road, including 2 East Coast trips in December. That's never fun as far as the travel. So I think that's something to be wary of. I'm looking at our schedule because we have so many home games early. 6 of our first 9 are at home. And then at the end, you go 3 out of 8 on the road, 3 out of 8 at home. You gotta take care of business early. You wanna be the team that sets the tone because you have so many home games early. You wanna rack up those wins early because you're gonna be 3 out of 8 at home to end the year, which is tough. I know we're a good road team, but it is what it is. But overall, though, I'm excited. I can't believe all these primetime games. I was kind of worried that we were going to get screwed, but yeah, they did it well. All the teams that we speculated that could be the opener all ended up being prime time. If you look at it, the Chiefs are Sunday night, Bears are Monday night, Dallas is Monday night. We knew the Rams weren't because they're in Australia, but that's a Christmas game. So it's like, and then you have the Patriots. So it, like every team that we speculated could have been the opener ends up being on prime time. I will say on the schedule leaks, they were accurate. I know a couple of days ago I took some grief. I posted we're playing the Patriots. Everyone's like, no way. 99. One guy was even 99.999% is going to be the Bears. They're not going to. They don't want the controversy.
I was one of them too. I just missed. And I just missed the Patriots too.
And I told everybody, I'm like, dude, this account, for those who have Twitter or X, or what do you call it? It's called NFL Rumors. And so me and my buddy actually turned me onto that account during the trade deadline. And we were speculating. We think that it's not just like me running that account. It's somebody who's you see on TV or knows someone close on TV. Because what the deal is is they could post out rumors, whereas like let's say hypothetically Adam Schefter can't, but Adam Schefter can report on those rumors, and that's how that goes. You know, like you saw yesterday, everyone was like, there's like when people are still speculating that we're playing the Patriots. I'm like, guys, ESPN 710 is talking out. Brock Huber's tweeting out. It's happening. We're playing the Patriots week 1. Like that's happening. So yeah.
You know what I like about this schedule too, when you look at it, is remember when the fake schedule came out? Somebody had like 5 away games in a row. I was like, no. I was like
7 home games, 10 road games too. Yeah.
No, it's actually the opposite because we have practically almost like 5 home games in a row, but it's not quite exactly that. But when you look at it, what's nice about it is, you go home, away, home, away, home, away, home. Or that's by. So there's 2 aways with a bye in between, which is nice, right? Even the back-to-back buys or back-to-back aways are broken up by a bye, which is very nice of the NFL to do that. So you got 2. The most we ever have is 2 away games in a row, and the one is split up by a bye, and then you go home, bye, bye. So we only at worst play 2 games, back-to-back, and at least one of those is split up by bye. So I think that's not too bad, in terms of that. And it's not like we had any punishing, like, double East Coast games. It's like, we got West Coast or Arizona to Washington. And then we got Raiders to San Francisco with a bye in between. And then we have Carolina to the Rams. So at least we never have to face any back-to-back East Coast opponents. I know we had some schedules where we had some nasty travels where it's like 2 East Coast games in a row, which is brutal. So again, it's pretty good, pretty good in terms of I thought just balance to the schedule wise. So let me just chime in on a few more comments in here. T Green 24, remember me? I'm the one from Cleveland. T Green. I don't remember the T Green, but I do remember the fan from Cleveland. So welcome back to the show here. Tyler Parcher mentioned Chris to make a Discord. Oh, Chris, that could be your next out, man. If you want to take the next level on social media, if you want to really interact with your fans, not that you're not busy enough already writing all those articles for Facebook, because that takes up enough time as it is. AD inviting me to a Mariner game. Well, we'll see how the schedule works out. That would be. I know we've done that before, and hopefully, if the Mariners can, kind of kickstart things and get out of the 500 orbit, things could get really interesting here. So far, it's just been kind of a.
They get the 500 and they lose 2 in a row every time. It's annoying.
Yeah, it's like this
every time.
1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's crazy. Kathy Tyler Bierman from Texas, go Hawks. Lena Lefebvre says she's so freaking excited, go Hawks. And let's see, Joey Hildebrandt, 1891. Just curious what happens to the 2 guys you used to film with. I know one went to college, and I'm not sure what happened to the other guy. I think his name was Geesey. Not sure who that is. But, actually, I've been trying to reconnect with the guys on doing the show that we did, Hawks Real Talk. We did that a couple of years ago. We didn't really do any this past year. But we've been talking about trying to jumpstart and do that again. So we might jump into it if we can get the guys on the schedule again. So hoping to be able to do that. David Nelson says, can't wait for Christmas. Yeah, it's going to be, hopefully no Grinch shows up on Christmas and get some of that magic we had last year. Chad says, I can't wait for the Broncos game in Denver. I'm looking forward to the Bears game. Yeah, that Broncos game is going to be good. There's just a lot of good, games on the schedule. Jen, Alari, go Seahawks. Alex says the Chief got Reese from Ohio State cornerback. Yeah. And of course, Chiefs got K9 too. So that's going to be an interesting, matchup. Jay Sharma, what's up? Oh, he's a 49er fan. Kelly, it's going to be an awesome season. Can't wait. Ilona, diehard, very loyal fan. Appreciate you tuning in every time. I'm excited. Let's go, she says. And she's from Arizona. She's hopefully to see Arizona in week 2. So, yes, that's going to be in Arizona. I don't know. I haven't been there for the regular. I've been there for other games, for the Super Bowl, but I haven't been there for a regular season game.
Cheap tickets.
Not that way. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the other thing. And the Seahawks fans just travel en masse to Arizona. They usually put on some pretty good parties when we're down there. So Drake May about to see ghosts in the Clink. We don't call it the Clink anymore because it's no longer CenturyLink, but we know what you mean. In Lumen, we'll be booming in Lumen, and Drake May about to see ghosts. There you go. So, all right, keep the comments going, and again, we'll be taking your calls. But one last thing before we jump into this game by game prediction, which I'm nervous about because I really have not given this a whole lot of thought. But,
I haven't either.
I'm trying to see to my fans.
I'm trying to contain myself because it's like I'm trying to look at the schedule and like, okay, which games do I want to tag for a loss? Because we're not going to go undefeated.
I know
it's
because
it's so tough to do that.
Last year I said 13-4, which I thought people thought, man, you're crazy, and then they ended up beating that one by a game. So it's hard not to think, well, we did it last year, so what will be our losses? And usually the ones that you lose, it's kind of the ones you don't expect. There's always at least that one like, how did we lose that game? But we'll see. I was going to say one last point. Oh, so besides all these prime time games that we've been blessed with this year, 6 officially, 7 if you count the Eagles game. But just think, on top of this, all that primetime exposure, we also have the Seahawks debut on Hard Knocks for the offseason. So not only do you get this whole season of Hard Knocks inside the Seahawks facility for the first time ever, all that leading up to the start of the football season where we get to be the reigning Super Bowl champs and all these primetime games. So Seattle's going to be on the map. I mean, you always are if you're the Super Bowl champs, but that's pretty cool too. So there's a lot of content, you will not be able to not see what's going on with the Seahawks this year.
That's the goal.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's the goal. I hope we repeat because I want to be like what the Chiefs were a couple years ago, where everyone says, "I'm so sick of the Seahawks. Why are they always on TV? Why do they gotta play that?" I want to be that. That's what I want to be. And that's what we're gonna be this year because we're on Hard Knocks. We're going to be constantly on primetime. And even the games that we're not like primetime will probably be featured on like those two 49er games aren't primetime games. They'll probably be like the Fox game of the week, so it's like. Yeah,
that's true. Even if it's not.
So like those games will probably be viewed. So it's like if you live, let's say hypothetically in like Nebraska, you're probably going to be able to watch like 10 or 11 Seahawks games this year. You don't have to be local to watch this. That's when you've made it, and it's going to be amazing. And it's about damn time. We've been a great franchise since 2003. Like you look at our it's either us or Philly are the two best teams in the NFC in that span. There's nobody else close. We both have made 4 Super Bowls. We both won 2 Super Bowls. We both have a ton of division championships. And I'm glad that we're finally getting our due. I've always felt like for as consistently great as we've been for now 2 decades, it's like we've been, just crapped on, and it's annoying. So it's like it's about damn time. Seahawks fans embrace it. We've always been the team that's South Alaska no one cares about. Can't say that anymore this year. We're going to be the feature team, and it's awesome. And I love it.
There is, I still think we still get. We get still disregarded some because I was
everyone thinks the Rams won it.
There's that. The Rams are the feet. I was reading out which on NFL.com or something. Which teams are the most stacked rosters? Number 1, Rams. Then Seahawks right behind them. I was like, okay, I've seen that. That they keep putting the Rams up on top. But then I saw this NFL schedule release thing on social media and has all these. Recognizable fans, kind of all like whooping and hollering, right? And they had a whole bunch of teams, but guess what team wasn't on there?
Ours.
Nope, not a Seahawks fan to be found. I shared that on my Instagram today.
Fan.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go the other way.
No, I know. Better done than that, but
I thought you were going to go the different way.
Yeah, no, didn't go there. They didn't go anywhere. There was nobody on there, so. But
we're the loudest fans. How are you not rep us?
I know.
Like,
and
what the hell?
Winning champs, but I guess they had to give everybody else a shot. Whatever. Anyway, so the way we're going to do this, I'm just going to put this up here. So if you guys, I did put it up. If you guys want to call in for your reactions, this is the number 202-926-1076 and enter the code 696153. I'm going to take this off the screen because we're going to put our record prediction up.
But let's knock it out of the park.
We're going to do it.
let's
So
do it.
and then we'll get your reactions afterwards. So I'm going to take this down, but you can find the number on the description of this video. So here we go. We're going to start with this. There's my record prediction as we go. We're going to update it. We're going to go to the screen. Let's start out with the opener. It is, again, the kickoff week, September 9th. Patriots at Seahawks, the Super Bowl rematch on prime time. Chris, as you being the guest, I'm going to let you be the first to go. And really, that's me chickening out because I have to think about it for a minute.
I will
This is
say,
an easy one.
I love leading off. It's okay. I'll say this: the Super Bowl rematch, guys. Remember the last time we won the championship? We killed the Denver Broncos, 43-8. The next year we played them. I was actually at that game, the rematch. We were up 17. We were up 17-5. Dominated Peyton Manning for 3 quarters, plus the Super Bowl. That's 7 straight quarters. And then guess what? We're up 20-12. He has no timeouts. He's backed up on his own 10, and in 3 passes, he's tying the game up with a 2-point conversion. We win in overtime. The point of the story is just because you kill a team in the Super Bowl doesn't mean you're going to kill them again, especially in September. It's early.
That said,
that said, I will take the Seahawks to win this game. I don't think it's going to be like the Super Bowl where it's a snooze fest. But I will say our offense, I think, will be a little bit more efficient scoring touchdowns. So that'll be my prediction. Seahawks will win against the Patriots.
All right, we won't go into scores because that's like way too.
No, yeah, too. I just wanted to bring that one caveat. It's all about the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And I was at that game. That was a really good game, actually.
I was in the end zone when we handed to Marsh. Yeah,
Marshawn dove over the end zone towards you.
I'll have to show you. I will show you that video after this.
Okay.
I have to go through my camera because it's like 13 years old, but I do have that. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. That was a great game. Yeah.
It
was awesome.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with this. I posted earlier. I said, well, it looks like it was before the schedule came out. I said, well, if rumors to be believed, it looks like I'm wrong and we are going to be playing the Patriots in week 1. I said, well, hopefully the result goes different this time. Hopefully we score the 43 points that we should have scored in the Super Bowl. So, or more. Yeah. I'm like you, Chris. It's like you can't expect just because, hey, we beat them last time, we're going to do the same thing. But, if I'm a betting man, I'm feeling pretty good about our chances, especially at home with the noise and all that.
It's gonna be
I
magical.
agree so much. For the most part, our defense is relatively intact, and I'll be saying that the whole year. And our offense, I think our offensive line is getting better. Most of our primary weapons have stayed the same, and just a different running back. Of course, we have no idea how Jadarian Price is going to look. He's just had a few training camp things, so looking good in shorts and helmets and shirts. That's it. But he might come out he's rocked, man.
He looks the part. That said, he looks the part. Yeah.
I feel pretty good about a start to this, so I'm going to say yes. So far, we are 1-0 to start the season. So we go to week number 2, and that is on the road against the Cardinals in a regular time schedule in Arizona in the Giant Toaster. Chris?
At Arizona is always weird in that we always play down to them. It's always a nerve-wracking game. Sometimes we've had a catastrophic injury. But at the end of the day, we somehow always win. It's usually like on a Jason Myers game-winning field goal. Someone catches a touchdown. We got to make a big stand. But consistently, every time we go to Arizona, we've only lost at Arizona once since 2013. And that was the COVID year. That was a crazy game. But usually, if you look at most of those games, we always win, but as a fan base, we always come out pissed off. Because we either lost the player to injury or we played terrible. But this is a long way of saying 2-0. We will beat.
All right. Well, I'm going to quickly agree with you there. I still think the Cardinals are the bottom of the division until they prove otherwise.
Yes.
We swept them last year. I don't see that changing. I'm not going to get too deep on it.
2022.
Exactly. So I don't see that changing. So 2-0 so far. We go to week 3. This is on the road, one of our few back-to-back road games. This is 10 a.m. in Washington against the Commanders on September 27th, week 3. Chris, we've dominated. We blew them the heck out last year, which I was way off. I thought we were going to lose that game, and instead we just the game was over before midway through the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. I think we had 3 touchdowns in that first quarter against the Commanders last year.
Darnold was 15 for 15 with 4 touchdowns in the first half.
He had Cody White and some big long pass. He was just all over the place. I think Torrey Horton maybe got one. It was just
2. And then he got hurt in practice.
Then he got hurt. And then he saw him again.
Yeah, I know.
He'll be back. Excited. We're going to have him back. It's almost like getting a new player. Anyway, so, all right, Commanders, what do you think? It's morning game here instead of it was primetime last time.
So I have us winning 2 close games right off the bat. I think this is going to be the typical 10 a.m. game in the McDonald era / Carroll era. We're going to win comfortably. We're going to win by at least 13 points, which is weird because in the Holmgren era, that was just like
they could not.
Kryptonite.
The East Coast was a death blow.
Kryptonite. But Carroll and McDonald, they've reversed it. The 10 a.m. is like, okay, chalk it up. That's a win. All right. Which
I didn't bring this up either, but when you look at the schedule, there are only 2 10 a.m. games on this whole schedule. 2. That's it.
That's weird.
I mean, that's pretty good, even though it hasn't been a problem. I'm going to agree with you here. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like it was last time.
No, not like that. No, not like that game.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was
Jaden Daniels had that nasty injury, so they were pretty banged up too when we played them. I think they'll be a little bit more, I would think a little bit more solid, but I still think roster pound for pound, Seattle's got the advantage here. So yeah, we are now 3-0. Not a bad start for your Super Bowl champs. That brings us to week number 4. That is back home in the confines of Lumen Field, another regular afternoon game. It is the Chargers coming to town, a team we don't play very often, AFC West. So what do you got as we enter week 4 against the Chargers, Chris?
Well, as their old saying goes, history repeats itself. The Seahawks were the defending champs, and our first loss of 2014 was to the Chargers. This is going to be our first loss of the season.
Oh.
The home 1:00 afternoon game after back-to-back road wins, the hoopla. I feel like this is the letdown game. It'll still be a really close game, but I think this is the one because you have to lose a couple games, guys. So I'll say this one kind of looks to me like that could be like that game.
I told myself that last year when I chalked up a couple extra losses that we have to lose some games, and I was wrong because they beat us. They upped the record one better than I thought they were going to do. So I don't think we have to lose any games. I'm going to say we're not going to lose this game. Home field advantage. Okay. Last time when we did lose to the Chargers, it was at the time, San Diego, if I'm not mistaken, on a really hot day, too. I think when we lost that game you're talking about, the post-Super Bowl, it was like borderline 100 degrees or something. It was crazy. We're not going to have that problem.
Well, they beat us actually here in 2018 because I remember it was 2 days.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm talking about the post. I'm talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that game.
The next year, it was like a hot, crazy day. Like they kept showing the thermometer how hot it was.
Yeah, remember they wore their home whites.
Because
everyone knows
just to make us suffer.
Yeah, the dark blues, and we were melting. Yeah,
So we won't have that problem in a post Super Bowl rematch or post Super Bowl, Chargers, not San Diego anymore, but Chargers team. So I'm going to say we don't have to lose. Okay. This is not going to be one of those games. So I'm going to stay. Right. I'm going to go with the. We're still undefeated, 4-0, top of the NFC West. So Chris says we drop one here. So all right, we agree to disagree on that one. All right, so then we go to week 5. Now we finally start getting to the heavy duty stuff here. This is our first game against the 49ers at home. Afternoon game. What you got, Chris? This is kind of where the rubber meets the road, as they say. How you feeling?
I hate to say it, guys, but I'm not feeling this one. So I'm going to predict the Seahawks 49-0 over the 49ers. There. How about that for a change up?
Wow. That's heavy full.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to give people a little heart attack. I don't know if it'll be 49-0, but we do. I mean, Mike McDonald, he is in Shanahan and Purdy's heads. Let's just be real. The first time they played, they got us when Mike didn't. He was like his 5th career game as a head coach. Since that moment, Purdy has yet to have a good game against us. Yet to. Even their win against us last year, we shut down their offense. And McDonald. Until I see otherwise, Purdy's not beating McDonald. You can clip this, all you 40.
That's why we brought McDonald here.
Exactly.
His job when we brought him in was to be the guy who would stop losing to the other two coaches in the NFC West, which last year he did just that. Last year we lost against the Niners on a heartbreaker in a game that we should not have lost. We should have won that game, and
we dominated.
And just a few bad plays down the stretch defensively, and then a fluky sack fumble that just ended the game like a movie getting cut off before the ending was shown. And I don't think that happens this time. So I'm going to now go that we are freaking 5-0 through 5 weeks of the 2026 season. Man, Kool-Aid drinking big time here. All right, so now we go to our next primetime game. This is week 6. The very long anticipated, we just talked about it, game against the Broncos, this time in the Mile High City. This is going to be Thursday night against the Broncos, prime time, October 15th for week 6. Chris, this is an interesting matchup. We could have had this game had Sean Payton not blew it last year. Could have faced them in the Super Bowl, but as it turns out, they kind of screwed themselves. What happens when we face them in Broncos territory this time? Broncos country, let's ride.
Well, it's an honor. It's the ghost of Russell Wilson this game. But it's a short week. You just played a physical game with the 49ers probably. I will probably have to say that's probably going to be a close loss. It's a Thursday night game on the road in Denver. Denver's tough in Denver. Like, we haven't won in Denver in, God, a long time. 2006, off the top of my head. If someone wants to fact check me on a more recent one, I'll take it. I think 2006 is the last time we won in Denver. So, unfortunately, I will pick Denver this one.
So, I think if we were to have played Denver in the Super Bowl on that neutral field in San Francisco,
we win that game.
We would have won that game.
Yes.
This is Broncos in Mile High, and we know that there is a physical difference when you play.
On a short week, too.
Home field advantage on a short week, right? Because that is Thursday. So now we're coming off of the home game against the 49ers 3 days later on the road in a place where you can physically get more tired because of the oxygen difference at that height. I'm going to say it, and it pains me to do it, but I'm going to say we suffer our first loss of the year here on prime time. It's going to be very frustrating because it'll be close. Probably one of those games where you go, oh, man, if we just made that one play, if we just got that one first down over here, if we just made that field goal, we would have won this game. But it just doesn't, for some reason, go our way, and we lose our first game of the year. And so our record drops to 5-1. Chris has us at 4-2. All right, next up in the schedule, we've got week 7, another of the 3 in a row primetime games. This one in the game that we thought could have been potentially one of our opening games. It's the Sunday Night Football game against the vaunted Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and the reunion with K9 now in the running backfield in Kansas City. Chris, this is at home against KC. How do you see us doing in this game?
Well, you buried the lead, too. Possible Taylor Swift coming to Seattle because it's on Sunday Night Football. She does not miss an opportunity for those.
She will be there in the suite someplace in the confines of Looming, getting a lot of close-ups.
Mm-hmm. I think
Kelsey bets going on about how many close-ups they'll have during the game, I'm sure. But
I think this will be a game where not only do we win, I predict this will be the game where Jadarian Price makes a name, and from that point forward, no one's going to say, should they brought back K9? I think that's going to be like the moment where, like, Jadarian Price, you're a guy. I think he's going to have a big time game in that game. That's my prediction.
I like that. I'll double down on that too and say that the Seattle Seahawks will come out on top in that game. I'm not going to necessarily say it's because of Price per se, but I feel like the defense will show why it wasn't a loss of having K9 not stay here because we will shut him down or at least keep him contained, and we'll keep Mahomes contained as well, and that will limit the number of close-ups they show of Taylor Swift because they don't really like to show her unhappy. They only show her when she's jumping around, cheering and high-fiving and all that stuff. So the less close-ups we have of Taylor Swift, I have nothing against Taylor Swift personally, but the less I have to see her on TV on a primetime game, that means things are
against
going well
us. Yes, I'm with you.
So,
too,
let's make that happen. All right. So that's what we got. So that brings us to 6-1 on my side. Chris has got 5-2 with 7 games into the season. All right. So for the next one, we get into week 8, the third in a row of primetime games. This time we'll be going on an extended week at home as we play Monday night against the Bears, who we thought we were going to open against at one point, Chris. Monday Night Football against the Bears at home. What say you on this game that we thought might have been a NFC Championship game last year? Like everybody across 12 Nation was hoping this is the game we were going to see and not the Rams. We got what we got, and it actually worked out okay. But everybody was hoping that this would be the game we were going to get, and now we are getting it, but on a Monday night after winning the Super Bowl. Chris?
This might be a hot take, but I think playing them in November is a good thing. I predict the Bears are going to be this year's Washington Commanders from last year. The team with the young, exciting quarterback who had a nice playoff run the year before and then just crashed down to earth the next year. I think by the time we play the Bears on Monday Night Football, I think they're going to be kind of coming in with, like, if we're 5-2, they'll be like 3-4. And we will beat the Bears comfortably is my prediction.
So not a believer in the young quarterback over at in Chicago.
No,
well,
he's not accurate.
Prime time, he can run though. But I think again, matching up against our Seahawks,
This defense,
I keep going back to the defense wins championships, baby, and that's exactly what happened last year. And if you remember, you look back at before they had gotten to that game that they almost won to advance to the championship. Remember how they started when they played? They almost lost to the Packers.
Yeah, we almost hosted Green Bay. We thought we were hosting them. I remember thinking that.
The Packers kind of gave it up, but the Bears, it did not look like it was going to be their game, and suddenly things kind of turned their way at the end. But that kind of inconsistency is not going to be. It doesn't bode well for a solid playoff type of run. So I'm going to say too that while I don't think it's going to be I think it'll be a pretty close game, but I still think Seattle will come out on top in this one, making our record 7-1, while Chris has us at 6-2. 8 games, almost the halfway point of this season. So we leave the confines. Well, we don't leave the confines of Lumen. We stay in Lumen, but we leave the primetime range, and then we rematch with the Arizona Cardinals at home, regular time, a 125 game. Chris, do I have to guess at what you're going to say here about this game against the Cardinals, or are you going to shock me with some kind of crazy prediction of what happens at home?
I'll say if you're a fan who's not a season ticket holder, this is probably your best bet at going to a game, because I was looking at on prices right now, and this is the only game that's under $200. It's still $193. But all the other home games are about $300 to $400. So if you live in Washington and you want to see the Seahawks, circle that Cardinals game. So yes, the Seahawks will win. It might be a snooze fest. I think that's a game that you could probably play a C game and still win comfortably at home against them. So yeah.
So there's those things called trap games. Coming off a slew of Monday nights, Monday night game here, a bunch of prime times. And, we have had games in the past where Arizona's come in and kind of like spoiled our, 2013. We had a game where we were, got in for the Super Bowl. Arizona comes in and beats us. But not this time. Not this time. No. We're too good for that. And McDonald, I just believe he just knows how to get this team ready. They never get too high or too low. They really do seem to just have a very straight, even keel, mindset. Sam Darnold, even when he wins the Super Bowl, he hugs Mike McDonald, just says, "Hey, you smell like yellow Gatorade." He's so nonchalant, so not even any kind of emotion, just very straight up. And I kind of like that. And I think that's going to prevent us from having some kind of a trap, underestimating game. So they win against the Cardinals on week 9, putting us at 8-1, 7-2 on Chris's record. All right, so we advance now to week 10, back on the road to that game we were just talking about that might be one to go to here. November 15th, week 10 in Las Vegas against the Raiders. Chris, the Raiders were the worst team in the NFL last year. They had a hell of a lot of picks and trades and moves, new coach, knew a lot of everything. But what happens?
Well, the coach is the intriguing part because he, in theory, will know McDonald's defense. Conversely, McDonald will know his offense. Clint Kubiak, for those who forget, he's their head coach. I think this is going to be a game like last year's Tennessee game where we're in control, but it's just annoyingly close. Remember like last year's Tennessee game where it's like, you're like, and the next thing you know, you're looking and they have the ball down by 6. And you're like, how? How did we let this happen?
Yeah, because we get jumped out to an early lead, like, okay.
Yeah, hugely, yeah.
And that's like,
typical 10 a.m. blowout.
Yeah, interesting. They kind of got I think it was a punt return for a touchdown. Suddenly they're like, they're kind of sort of into this, but yeah, I'm sure we're fine. And it's like, wow. If they score a touchdown, technically we'd be losing. And it didn't happen.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was like,
it's annoying. I think that's how this game's going to be. But I will say this, being in Vegas, this and the Cardinals game, I think are going to be secret home games for the Seahawks. The Cardinals game and the Raiders game will both be, I say, generously, I'll say 50-50. I would imagine it might even be 60 to 70% Seahawks fans. So we'll
find out. Because we have not had a game where the Seahawks Raiders in that stadium yet. This is
we haven't.
Waiting for.
We were the last team to play them in Vegas. That's how it worked out.
Which is weird, right?
Schedule, just how it rotated.
We used to play. We would play the Raiders all the time in the preseason, but when we did, it was here. So we just never caught them even in preseason at their place. So this is the first time doing it, and this is a game that I've circled with a bunch of friends. We're going to try to get down there as a good group and be part of that contingency of Seahawks fans going down there. But I guess we'll find out how strongly they invade the what's it called?
It was the black hole in Oakland. I don't know if it's called now.
Man, I went to a game when it was there. It was scary, man.
Well, that would have been fun.
Super low key, barely wearing any Seahawks stuff because I didn't want to get my butt kicked in there. Now in Vegas, though, it feels very safe. This was Brock Heward was on the team, I think, at the time. This was,
so we got
2000, early 2000s.
2000 or 2001.
We got spanked.
Yeah, we got killed.
It was ugly.
I remember that game. Yeah.
Yeah. Which was so it was not hard to be like no key because we were pretty bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, So with this game though, I think team on the rebuild, they're gonna have it's gonna take some time for them to kind of get their stuff together. They will be better than last year, but not good enough to beat the Seahawks. We win that game, put our record to 9-1. Chris has got us at 8-2. Then we're at the bye for week 11, so we're back on the road. This time, go on the schedule. This is where we hit the backside, the back 9, as they say in golf, of the schedule. Week 12 against the 49ers, and this is in San Francisco, a.k.a. Lumen South. We beat them last time we played them in the regular season on the road in a kind of close game, though. Chris, what do you have happening here?
Well, it's hard to sweep a good team twice, so good thing is the 49ers are not a good team, so Seahawks will sweep them. That's what I'm going to say there. I mean, the last 2 times we played in San Francisco, we smoked cigars in the locker room because we won the division, and then we backed it up a month ago.
Advantage to the playoffs,
and then we backed it up again and won in their house to win a Super Bowl. So it's forever our stadium. They can talk all they want. And I think that's when we're going to go down there and just plant our flag that Brock Purdy is never beating Mike McDonald again. There, I said it.
When we played them last time, it was a very close game. Jason Myers did not have his best game.
It was a close game in the score, but reality was not close.
Yeah, we did have. Yeah, we had the pressure on, but it was one of those games that again, one play kind of turned things around, and that
Drake
was
Thomas.
the interception, Drake Thomas deep in our end of the field, and then the Seahawks offense going on a drive of the year, one of the drives of the year to even though it ended on no points, it chewed up the clock and basically
10 minutes.
made it where 49ers could not do anything. Yeah, it was a record, just insane drive. But I'm gonna pee in my own Cheerios here, and I'm gonna say that this is gonna be one of those games where we're gonna walk away really pissed off that we didn't get this done, and for some reason something bad goes our way, and that streak against beating the 49ers, at least in San Francisco, goes south on us. And yeah, it drops our record to where you and I, Chris, are even at 9-2. Seattle loses a heartbreaker.
I almost
hate
went
to
that way
even
too.
say it. I even hate to say it, but
I know.
there's always that game, right? We had that last year. We had the Buccaneers. We shouldn't have lost that game, but we did. We were banged up. Something's going to go wrong here, and I hate to say it. I feel like that this might be that time. So, and it sucks too. It's coming out of the bye when you think, oh, we're coming out of the bye. There's no way we lose coming out of the bye, and yet, I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about this one. That's all I can say. All right, then we go back to prime time at home. This is now week 13, Monday Night Football, right here against the Cowboys. The Cowboys. Monday Night Football. Chris, what happens when America's team comes to town?
I think DeMarcus Lawrence and Dante Fowler Jr. are going to remind them what they could have had. And I think, I don't know, I've been raised my whole life to think this, and until proven otherwise. When the Seahawks play at home on Monday night, I don't care how big of an underdog we are. Not saying we're underdogs this game, just in general. I'm never picking against the Seahawks at home on Monday night. Never. It's not happening. I believe in this team, and yeah, I think we will beat the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. I think it's going to be – it's Monday night. It's in Seattle. Like, we're going to be revved up, you know?
If what I predicted is true and that we lose that game against San Francisco in San Francisco, the entire Seahawks world and the team especially is going to be really pissed that they lost that game. So much so that when they come back at home on Monday, they're being like, damn, we lose 2 in a row, not against this team. And they come out firing rockets, and it's not even close after the first quarter. So I say Seattle comes out and thumps the Cowboys at home. Get a win on Monday night. So that brings our record to 10-2, if I'm reading, 10-2, going into week 14. All right. So then, this is kind of a weird one because I know what we all remember from a couple of years ago when we faced this team. Week 14, December 13th, day after my dad's birthday, against the New York Giants at home. Now, do I need to even bring up what happened the last time the Giants came to Seattle? God, one of the worst games in recent years. You all remember that one.
Cost us the division, you know.
That was a horrible game.
Yeah, DK had a bad fumble. I remember Jason had a bad drop. They blocked that field goal.
Then the ending with the blocked field goal, which I remember was thinking, how the hell does this guy get away with that? Because I thought you're not allowed to jump over the center. And they had all kinds of people defending that it was why it was okay. Because they were pushing down on the center. Anyway, I don't even bring that up. But I remember, though, even throughout the game, though, I remember thinking, we're sucking in this game. Who was the quarterback? Daniel Jones was playing like freaking Josh Allen. Yeah. He was running for first downs. He was throwing. I was like, who the hell is this guy? We kicked his butt the last time we played him over in New York on Monday Night Football. I think it was Monday Night Football when we dominated those guys. I know.
We did.
Witherspoon had a pick six, which made it not close.
Boom.
But anyway, so we had kind of a bad memory last time they came here. But what happens?
I think John Harbaugh hasn't improved. And historically, and last year we barely avoided it with the Colts. We always have that stupid home loss in December, and I think this is going to be the stupid home loss in December. Yes, have to. I'm going with the upset Giants.
Jackson Dart upsets us with the win at home again.
I think it's gonna. Yeah, I just every year we have that dumb. Last year we avoided it barely because we almost lost to old man Phillip Rivers at home to the Colts. People forget that one. Like every year we always have. Every year we always have that stupid. I mean, you referenced it earlier. The team that won the Super Bowl lost at home in December to the Cardinals. It's like we always have like that ridiculous home loss. So I will reluctantly pick the Giants.
Damn. Man, I didn't think you were going to go there.
Yeah,
well, you know, I think that this is, if this was Pete Carroll, I'd say this could probably happen.
For sure lost. Yeah.
It's not Pete Carroll, though. And this is not that team that played so poorly on that,
yeah,
on
that's
that
a for
week.
sure loss.
We really haven't had loss. When you look at all the losses, and there were only 3 of them last year, none of them were ever bad. They were all 2 games were ones that we lost by they were all by within 1 score.
We lost 3 games by 9 points.
And we should have won a couple of those, and even in the worst situations. I just think this is a different team. No way the Giants come in here with what is it? Jackson Darty's like a second-year quarterback?
Yeah. Just John Harbaugh. I don't think it's about Jackson Dart. I think that's just
Harbaugh is they will be better with Harbaugh.
He's a good coach.
Yeah. But I disagree. I say we win this game. I'm not going to let the Giants. We will not let the Giants come in here and beat us again.
That would suck. I hope I'm wrong.
We go 11-2. Chris says 10-3. Not
Sure,
liking him too much right now. Not liking you, Chris. That really kind of pisses me off. Okay, now for the next game. This goes to the Week 15 game. This is that sort of pseudo primetime game because it's a Saturday afternoon game. But the fact that it's Saturday makes it a little bit unique. The week before Christmas against the Eagles in Philadelphia. This will be a very intriguing matchup. A couple of the strongest teams in the NFC going at it. Chris?
Well, Philly's really tough, and in normal circumstances, I would tag this as the loss, but I don't know. I'm 40, and I don't think I've seen Philly beat us since my teens. Like, it's been a long time since the Eagles have beat the Seahawks, and I don't think that's going to happen. I just, for whatever reason, there's just certain franchises that own other franchises. I think that's us with the Eagles. And during this winning streak, before people were like, well, you know, they were bad or we were good. It's like, no, they're like 2 years ago. They
won the Super Bowl. We beat them the year
they were the defending champs, and we were starting Drew Lock as a backup, and we beat them. We've had we just have had we for whatever reason we beat them. So I will pick the Seahawks to win. And I think it's like what I just said about the Giants being that stupid loss. I think this is going to be that stupid win where we're going to look back and be like, wow, how did we win that freaking game? But we'll take it. I think that'll be one of those wins.
This is arguably one of the hardest games on the schedule. On the road, hostile environment. It's going to be cold, so who knows what the weather might be. This is going to be not the kind of game that Seattle's used to. These guys have been perennial, teams that goes deep in the playoffs almost every year.
They're good.
They're good. However, because I don't want to see the Seahawks record against the Eagles come down in terms of
that's why I couldn't do
wins. We have not lost to them since
2008, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean,
18
years. We haven't lost to this team in 18 years. I don't want that to stop. So I don't even want to, utter the words into fruition or give it a chance of happening. I'm just going to say it can't happen. I don't want it to happen. This is one of those games that, despite maybe the logic that says that they could lose, I'm just going to say, will it into existence that we will win because I don't want that record to end. So let's just go with a win there. Chris says we're hanging in there 11-3. I got them at 12-2 as we go into our next primetime game. This is the Friday Christmas night game, the one we will all be circling from the get-go because the team that's always a pain in our butts, the Rams, at home, Christmas night, primetime. This should be, obviously, the odds makers and the schedule makers put this here, assuming that Seattle and LA are neck and neck, and this is one of those setting it up for who gets the edge going into the playoffs for the division with only 3 games to go. Chris, what happens when we see this rematch on primetime? The game that was one of the greatest comebacks in the regular season last year when we came down after being down 16 points with less than 8 minutes left in the game and came back to win that one and dramatically in overtime. What kind of game can we expect on Christmas night?
I think it's going to be an intense game, but I think this is going to be our first heartbreaker, where I think the Rams are going to get the revenge in Seattle. But before everyone lynches me, there will be a rematch. There will be a rematch.
There will be a rematch. This is true.
Just stay tuned. So I will pick the Rams to win this one. And I think there's going to be there'll be a lot of hot takes that week. It will be a bad week to be a Seahawks fan on radio and all that. But yeah, that'll be my prediction.
Chris, you ruined my week 2 weeks before with the Giants coming in here, and now you're saying you're going to ruin our Christmas night?
I'm the Grinch.
I am not going to allow this Grinch to come in here and pervade and invade our house. Cannot lose on Christmas. We beat them last year. It took a Christmas-type miracle.
Yeah,
maybe we'll take another Christmas miracle here to pull this off on prime time. But I say they find a way to do it by the skin of the hair on our chinny chin or whatever floats your boat. So Chris has us at 11-4 after a loss. I say we finally find a way to win 13-2 with 2 games to go. And in the schedule, that means we're on the road, our second 10 a.m. game right here against Carolina, the Panthers, who were in the playoffs for the first time last year in a long time. Chris, what do we have in store as we just get past New Year's?
I think this will be the game where all week long, if my hypothetical is correct, everybody's dogging us. We're not real, blah, blah, blah. And I think we're going to come out and just take care of business in Carolina because we know what's waiting for us in week 18. So that's my prediction. We beat Carolina to set up the game for all the marbles for the NFC West.
Okay. Carolina, we played them last year. It felt kind of like around the same time, too, last year.
It was second last week of the year.
It was. They did us again. And it did work out for us last year as well. Again, one of those games, I think, if memory serves, it was kind of uncomfortably close to begin with, and then we kind of pulled away as the second half.
3-3 at halftime.
Many times.
It was 3-3 at halftime, and I think the final score was like 27-10, maybe 30-10. Like you said, like we just kind of put the game away. The
defense just in many games that we have, it seems like we've had a lot of those. Like Atlanta too last year. Remember we start out and kind of. I think it was a tie game, like 6-6 or something, and then right off the bat, second half, bam! Shaheed takes a kickoff for a touchdown, and then the floodgates open up and a bunch of turnovers. So I think it's going to go like it did last year. Maybe we won't even have to be this close. That we have a lead and we build on it in the second half and win it running away. So I say we win it. Puts us at 12-4 for Chris, 14-2. Meaning the Seahawks have a chance to actually match their schedule record from last year if they can pull off the end of the year. Or no, if they lose, then they could do no worse than last year. Yeah. Based on my prediction here, they can do no worse than they did last year when they won the Super Bowl. They could even up that record to even better than last year. But Chris is already pissed all over that idea. So, Chris, the best we can do here, and based on your scenario, is either 13-4 or 12-5. Chris, what happens when we finish the game off in the home of the Super Bowl down there at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles for our finale for the regular season?
I'm glad you brought that up. So, a little quick storytelling. In 2013, our last road game of the year was at MetLife Stadium. And we beat the Giants. And then we had home field advantage, didn't return until we went back there. In 2014, when we were trying to repeat, we were trailing the Cardinals all year long. And our last road game of the year, a big Sunday night battle against Arizona for the division. Everyone had counted us out all year. They were 9-1. We were 6-4. It's not going to happen. And guess what? We beat the Cardinals in Phoenix. Had home field advantage. Didn't play again on the road until we went back to the Super Bowl in Arizona. Flashback to last year. Lost to the 49ers week 1. last game of the season, all for the division title. It's all for the marbles. And we beat San Francisco and Santa Clara, locked up home field advantage, and then went back to that stadium. The Rams beat us at home. Everyone's counting us out, and this is where the Seahawks are at their best. We shock the world. We win in SoFi, win the division, win the number 1 seed, and we will go back to SoFi a month from now. I may have us at 13-4, but at the end of the day, they're still the champs, and they're going to repeat. Let's go.
Wow. Did you write that in advance?
I thought in advance. I'm a writer, you know. That's why I was like, it's hard. I was like, I gotta pick us to lose Christmas for the story, you know. I gotta do it. I had to set it up. Okay.
That was pretty good. All right. So we know how tough the Rams are. They're going to be just as tough this year because let's be honest, right? The Super Bowl was by the hair on the hair of our chinny chin chins, right? Took a miracle comeback in that second regular season game, the epic comeback. And then in the championship game, it was that close to it. It came down to a 4th down stop where they could have taken
So they had
lead.
3rd and goal on the 4. Twice. We had to stop them for 4 yards.
And it was DeMarcus Lawrence freewheeling it there that probably saved that play because it looked like that was designed to go the running back out into the corner, and he had our defender beat. But because DeMarcus Lawrence, instead of blitzing, he actually dropped back to cover him, and he wasn't supposed to do that.
Bust. Fortuitous bust, as McVay said.
McVay said, and you can hear. Well, and DeMarcus Lawrence says, no, that wasn't a bust. But even on mic'd up, you can hear McDonald's asking, where's the blitz at? Where's the pressure? Because he was supposed to come hard from that right side, the Rams' left side, and he drops back. So even McDonald, in his initial reaction, was he's not supposed to be there. But I believe he saved that play because he would have been wide open for a touchdown if he did not, because he had easily 1 or 2 steps on the defender. And then that forced him to look elsewhere, and everybody else was covered up. And Witherspoon breaks it up. Seattle does another one of those, go down the field, and basically
they ate the clock
run
up.
the clock out. And that was the reason why we won that game. And so, anyway, brings it back here to the finale. I've got the Seahawks going into it with a chance to come up with a record 15-2 if they could pull off this game. But sadly, I feel like our luck will run out. But on a good note, though, even though I think we will lose this game, we will have done so much because we had such a great record up to that one. It won't even matter. It won't even matter because this game we would have already sealed the division, the number 1 seed, and we won't even have to. And that's why we lose this game, because we play our backups, because we already locked things up, because we were already 14-2 going into this game. So we lose, but it doesn't matter. Oops, wrong graphic. 14-3, but and a loss that people go, it didn't really count because we didn't really try. 14-3 is how we finished. Chris has us 13-4 if I got this correct. So, and I think we both still have us winning the West, getting the number 1 seed, and a very realistic chance to repeat as Super Bowl champions in 2026. Boom! That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Are we just crazy, or is this potentially realistic?
Well, I mean, no.
People would have said we were crazy if we said this last year and said we were 14-3. They think we were crazy. We'd be crazy then, and they did crazy.
Well, so, knowing the Seahawks, I'll probably get the record right at 13-4, but miss all the 4 games.
Yeah, I was 1 game off by the total, but I had way too many games picked. I had us winning the game that we lost against the Niners. I had us winning the game that we lost against the Buccaneers. I had us losing against the Commanders, which we destroyed. And there's probably another couple in there too that I was way off on. But in the end, it's the total, and we were pretty damn close. So I think that works out pretty good. I don't think that's not a bad record right there. There are a ton of comments. There's no way I can get through them all. There's like 40 plus comments that I haven't seen through, and I appreciate you guys all going through and sharing your thoughts on it. Let's see. There's a lot of people think we're gonna
go undefeated. I see that.
Yeah. Well, crazier things have happened. But let's take the phone lines.
I don't want to go undefeated. That's a curse. I just want to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, it would be pretty cool, right? Because again, the Dolphins are the only team. The 1960 was it 62 Dolphins?
72 Dolphins.
Sorry, 72 Dolphins. The only ones who've gone undefeated won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the saying.
And won the Super Bowl. Patriots did it and fell one helmet catch short of being the only undefeated team since the 72 Dolphins.
I still think that's probably the greatest team I've ever seen. That's just crazy. That's what's weird about sports.
They lost.
No, it's weird. Is like when people ask me the greatest NFL team of all time I've ever seen, I always say the 2007 Patriots. I'm like, what's crazy is they've won 6 Super Bowls with Brady, and the team I'm picking is the team that didn't win the Super Bowl, who I think is the greatest team I've ever seen. It's kind of... It
is crazy. It is crazy that Eli Manning and the Giants were the team to knock them out twice.
I know, they did twice.
And with miracle plays to make it happen. I mean, it took the most bizarre catch to make that win, those 2 wins possible. I don't even think Eli's that great. I just think he's just had the right mojo that day to be able to pull
I don't
off
think he's
these
Hall of
plays.
Fame.
Yeah. But he has 2 Super Bowl wins to him, so he's going to get there anyway. But I don't think
he's in New York, too, in the last name. But, yeah, I agree. Yeah. I don't think he deserves it.
But that's just kind of how it is. All right, let's take the phone lines.
Let's get the phones. Let's do it.
Let's see what we got here. Let's start with Coach Mesh. Coach Mesh, when last time I talked to him, it was that time when he was on the phone, and I said, you got to believe. I know what your problem is. You don't believe. You're afraid to believe that the Seahawks can actually go the distance. This was like back before the NFC Championship game. And I told him, you need to believe, and this could happen. And because he was all down, he's like, we're not going to win. We're not going to win. I was like, you're just afraid to believe. And here we are, a Super Bowl and Lombardi trophy later. What does Coach Mesh have to say with all this Kool-Aid optimism? Coach Mesh, how we doing?
Yeah, I agree that Seattle's going to go 12-5.
Oh, he agrees with you. Oh, wait, no.
Well, neither
of us said 12-5. Chris said 13-4 and 14-3. So you don't really agree with us.
That is true.
Yeah, I feel like Seattle's schedule is too hard this year, and that we have so much difficult opponents that we're just not going to win. I mean, you got to think about our.
Well, 12-5 is pretty simple.
Yeah, you have us winning 12 games.
All right. Well, so which games do you have us losing then, Coach Mesh? Which games do you have us losing? Pull the schedule while we're doing this. Oops, not that schedule. That's the call. This is the caller IDs. Hang on. Here's our schedule. Which of those teams are we losing to then?
Commanders.
I almost did that.
Who else?
I think the Chargers.
Okay, Chris said that too.
I said that one, yeah.
All right. And who are the other 3?
I think there is I think the Cardinals or the Eagles could come and decide to take our happiness away.
I don't agree on the Cardinals one.
Yeah, the Eagles, very debatable. Okay, and then that leaves maybe one more game.
I do have the Rams winning one game.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the last one.
The last one? Okay, I kind of agree with you on that one.
Yep.
Okay, well, you bring up some valid points. I mean, we know there's going to be that one game where we all scratch our head and go, how did we lose that game? That should never have happened. And we may have picked one of those games. Chris seems to think it's either the New York game or the Giants game or the Chargers game. It's going to be one of those 2.
I had them both.
Yeah, oh, that's true. You had both.
Yeah.
But
what's your opinion on Kansas City?
Well, I think we both said we were going to win. We were going to beat the Chiefs, didn't we?
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah.
I think we both.
I said that's the game. I think that's the game where Jadarian Price reestablishes himself.
Yeah, that's right.
Even if
it's at home.
The MVP Mahomes, do you think we'll still win?
He has been. He has been Super Bowl MVP, and he's had MVP attached to his name. I mean, yeah, he's tough.
I mean, we beat Stafford last year, who literally was the MVP. We beat him twice, and we beat him when he was at his best both games.
I mean, the Chiefs, I think their D coordinator is very creative. Their offense can be good, but as we saw last year, it was kind of like the year before. It was like Kansas City. We all were like, man, they're just winning by the skin of their teeth. Like this, how long can they keep this going? And then last year was kind of like the bottom falling out a little bit, like the reality settling in, because teams just don't dominate for a long time. It's not designed to go that way in the NFL these days. You just got so many things going against you, and it finally caved in on the Chiefs last year. I think K9 going to the Chiefs is going to be. I think it's going to be overall good, but I would be surprised if K9 lasts the entire year. I don't think he's going to play all 16 or 17 games. I think at some point he's going to be out. He's going to have some kind of thing that sidelines him for at least 2 or 3 games, and that's going to hurt him. I just don't think he's got the stamina or the durability to last and be the bell cow back for 17 games. So that's going to hurt them. And I think, what's his name? The tight end, boyfriend of Taylor Swift. Kelsey. I think, he's kind of going like Kittle a little bit. Like the sun is starting to set on his career, and he's starting to hit that point, because he was that go-to guy just like Kittle was. But I feel like it's starting to catch up on him. So at some point he's just like Kittle and Kelsey. They're both going to be gone, and they're going to miss those guys, because those are 2 of the most dominant players in the tight end position in both the NFC and the AFC. So, but yeah, whenever you got Mahomes, it's just kind of like when you play Josh Allen, right, or Lamar Jackson. They always have a chance that they can do something spectacular, but they can't do it by themselves.
What's up that sound?
Yeah, I know. There's some weird rumbling on your microphone there, Coach Mesh. But anyway, I appreciate you calling, brother. Hopefully they do. 12-5 is not horrible, but hopefully they could do even better than that. So we'll see what happens. But all right, we'll go to another caller. All right, get your volume adjusted, because we're bringing Corbin onto the show. Corbin, what's up?
Hey, Norb, what is up? What's up, man?
I was ready for you that time. What's up, man? I was just, we're just predicting the Seahawks, amazing finish to 2026 right here. So we're pretty good. How about you? Did you get all in on the schedule and jump in and start predicting how the Seahawks are going to do this year, doing all that fun stuff?
Oh, boy. Well, I've been paying attention so much. I'm like, I wonder how the Seahawks are going to do this season, because I know that there may be a chance, in my opinion, that they're probably going to go back to another Super Bowl and win another Lombardi trophy, and they'll be back-to-back champions.
That would be pretty awesome. Seattle's never done that before. It's hard to do. Right? No team has ever won 3 Super Bowls back-to-back, but we've had several teams win 2. We'd love to be in that company of teams that have gone back-to-back. I mean, who are the teams that have gone back-to-back? The Chiefs have done it.
I have to go in order. That's how I memorize it. Yeah, so it goes with you have the Packers, and then you went with the Dolphins, then the Steelers, then the Steelers again. Then you had the 49ers. And then you had the Cowboys. And then you had the Patriots. Oddly, they only did it once with all those titles.
I know. With all those, they were always spread out.
And then nobody did it until the Chiefs recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently.
That's why I was kind of rooting for them to actually three-peat. Because
I forgot about my apologies. I forgot about Denver in the late 90s. Okay. Now I got it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's right.
With Elway and Terrell Davis.
Elway finally got the monkey off his back, because Denver was one of those teams. Not as bad as Buffalo, but Denver would go to the Super Bowl and just get their ass kicked. I mean, it wasn't even close. And then finally, Elway got his at the very end there.
And then he went back to back.
So, yeah, I mean, back-to-back would be amazing, right? That is a pretty small company there, especially when you count it after the salary cap era. Because if you take the salary cap era out of the equation, that's where you got basically all these
Patriots and the Chiefs. That's it.
The Patriots and the Chiefs. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how hard it is.
Yeah.
So
that
would be pretty amazing. I mean, if the Seahawks could pull off what we're predicting here, make it, win the division, get the number 1 seed, and actually get back to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, the home of another division rival, has been a thorn in our side.
Plant the flag.
That?
Plant the flag.
Back to back in our home division, or our division rivals fields. I mean, that would be the most epic accomplishment ever. I mean, that's like a perfect solar eclipse that you only see like in every 100 years or something, where everything lines up perfectly. It would just be amazing. It would just poetically beautiful. But we'll see. But yeah, I think it's possible, Corbin. I mean, you got so much positive energy. You got to be feeling pretty good about this. Can we do it? We could do this, Corbin. Tell me we can do this. Tell me we're not crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you believe, Corbin?
Can do it.
We could do this. We could do this.
Do it. We will do it.
Yes.
We will do it.
Do
we
it.
are in. We are in.
With the stress ball that I squeeze on a frequent basis whenever I get all freaked out, that we could do it, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I'm like Pete Carroll. This is my stress relief right here.
Hey, is that spearmint? Is it spearmint?
Yeah, it is spearmint. Yeah.
That is my go-to flavor, man. I'm the only one in our family who likes the spearmint flavor. That is my go-to.
When I'm nervous, I'm a big like gum chewer. Like when I used to coach, I was a high school coach for 6 years. They used to like nickname it. I had Pete Carroll syndrome because I would go through I'd go through like a whole pack, and if it was like a championship one, I'd be going through like 2. I'm just like, I don't smoke. So like a lot of people, they have like their nicotines, their fix. Me, it's like I'm like gum. I gotta get my gum in. That's my fix. But I'm nervous.
I'm a gum guy as well for same flavor, same brand, big time extra spearmint gum. But I don't do it for stress. I do it because A, I like the taste of it, and B, I don't want to be that guy caught with bad breath. So I just want to make sure that I don't want to be that, because when you're on the receiving end of some really bad breath, and you're thinking, oh my God, whoa, and then you're thinking that person has no idea how bad it is, because it's like people who snore, they never realize how bad it is, and when they're told that it is, they're like, what? Me? No way. The first denial is their first reaction. And yet, everybody else knows it, but the person who's got it. So I don't want to be that person who doesn't realize, like, Norm, your breath is kind of rank, man. Yeah. So gum is one of the best ways to prevent that. Hey, Corbin, I appreciate your enthusiasm, man. It's going to be fun to see how the season goes. But
man.
Love your excitement.
Yeah,
you bring energy to the show.
Yeah.
We got this, Norm. We got this, Corbin.
Let's go Hawks!
Yeah,
let's go.
Corbin. Love it, man.
Let's go.
All right, let's
see.
All right, Corbin, thanks for the call. Let's bring AD from Yakima, Washington back into the fold. AD, what's going on, bro?
Hey, bud. Long time no see. How's it going?
No see. I know. It has been a while. It's going good, man. It has been very, very busy. We have this huge event. I've talked about it some on Saturday. It's the Seahawks annual banquet, and I'm extremely involved on this more than I have. Because normally I just kind of show a video and I might talk about it for a few minutes and that's it. And then I just watch the show. But this year it's a new venue and they asked me if I'd like to MC it. So I am MCing it. So not only am I hosting it, but I'm actually bringing video coordination to record the event, which we've never done before. I have all kinds of videos that I've produced for it that they're going to show, coordinating a whole bunch of audio visual stuff in it. It is a production. I feel like I'm putting on like a wedding reception. It's crazy. And I got to MC the thing. So it's been like weeks of prep for this, and 2 days it goes down. So I'm excited, nervous, all that for one of the biggest events I've been involved in.
I wish you the best of luck, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. We have a lot of great people working on it, and just can't wait. Hopefully this will be the launching point of something even bigger down as this continues on. So very excited about it. Anyway, aside from that, I spent the last 2 days helping Vanessa move out of her dorm from San Diego State. We both flew back today, and then Sophie flies back tomorrow. So, man, I felt like Cinderella cleaning up that dorm, man, hands and knees, scrubbing away and cleaning up stuff. I just didn't have any magical animal friends helping me do it. So, we were just, busting our tails getting it done. But somehow, by some miracle, we got it done. We had to bring 6 bags home, 6 bags of stuff to move her back in here. It was 2 big luggage and then 4 roller bags.
Oh, they're coming back to your place now?
Oh, yeah, they're back for the summer. School's out. So they're back home for the summer. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we're excited to have them back. Yeah, Sophie tomorrow. So anyway, so it has been very busy. And of course there's regular stuff. But, glad we can be talking some Seahawks, and then, Mariners, of course, is continuing to be interesting. But how have you been? How have you been, man?
Oh. Well, work has been kicking my butt for a while, and I got a staycation coming up in 16 days. I will be taking 10 days off, hopefully to work on my music, and I'm going to have my sister hold on to my phone for a while, so that way I do not have any distractions.
Wow, okay, you're going to buckle down and focus. That's good.
I can't do that. I'm addicted to my phone.
Yeah. Well, you do too much. You do too much writing and stuff. You'd be like,
I can't do that.
Yeah, well, not many people can. How many people can put their phone down? Can you ever actually? What's the longest stretch you've actually gone without touching your phone? I mean, it's so automatic now that as soon as you have a dead moment, right? Back before when we just had time to just contemplate and enjoy the moment or look around and just look at the sky. Whenever we have a moment like that, what's the first thing we do? Right? Nobody takes time to just appreciate silence. Or what's around them.
Or video record the silence.
Yeah. Everything is this. This thing has become our center of our world, busy times and in peace. We are addicted to this thing.
Oh, I am.
So,
I know for
anyways,
sure.
Noble of you, man, to basically say you're going to cut your phone off so you can focus on what you're going to do. That's very very.
Well, I need to have it away from me, seriously away from me, because
the temptation is too strong.
If I know where it is, I'm going to grab my phone and I'm just gonna freaking doom.
You know what that's like? That's like for me. That's like, so my weakness is junk food, particularly like chips. So I really just can't buy it. I can't have it stocked up in my house, because if I do, I don't have the willpower to not go in there and just grab it and start munching away. It's like I have to just not have it. Otherwise, I don't have the discipline to not eat.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same way. I'm the same way, Norb. It's weird. I'm a big snacks guy, and that's why I don't really have it. I don't have any snacks in my house, because if I have just you said a bag, you give me a bag of nacho cheese Doritos, or give me some Cheetos or something, man. I'm going to town. Those toasted Cheez-Its, that's another one I can't resist. Candy, I never own candy because I'm at work, I'm like a freaking scavenger. If someone's got candy, I want some, because
like a big bowl or something of candy is you just keep going back to it, right?
But yeah, because at work sometimes for our customers, if it's holidays, we have bowls of chocolate, and it's supposed to be for customers, but man, I help myself to one. Next thing you know, I help myself to 5 or 6.
That was when we had our studio in Fremont. We had an actual production studio in downtown Seattle in the Fremont area, and we would have it was Mike's idea. Mike loves having lots of treats and stuff, but we'd have a bowl of chocolate, those little mini bars.
Oh yeah, those are good.
It's supposed to be for the clients. But guess who was always eating that thing down to the bottom? Yep. I couldn't help myself. It's it's there winking at me. No. So yeah, that's not good, especially now, because back before I could eat a whole pack of Oreos and wouldn't faze me. Now it's pay the price if I go to town that much. So yeah, so that's good. Yeah, I'm the same way. Your phone is kind of like my junk food addiction. I just can't have it around me, or it's gonna.
I got both. I'm screwed.
Yeah, you got to get addicted to phone and junk food. So at least you keep one out of your house. But don't go visit Chris, because it's gonna be no fun at his house. Hey Chris, what do you got to eat around here? Nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I got top ramen for you. That's about it.
Yeah, well, that kind of counts too. That's not too far out of the junk food department.
That's terrible for you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Sometimes just and I don't know what it is. There's something about after 10 o'clock or 11 when that snack hunger just kicks in. Like a big bowl of cereal or a big bag of chips at about 11 o'clock or midnight. I don't know what your schedule. For me, I just get the hankering. 11, I find myself opening the pantry looking for something, even though I know there's nothing in there that from the last time I looked. But I feel like I want to eat something. I'm hungry right now. And that's the worst time, right about 11 o'clock. I want to turn the TV on and eat something, make some popcorn or something. But yeah, it's hard not to gorge. And if it's in the house, man, it's being eaten. And it's hard. I can't limit myself. Like if I have a bag of chips like right here next to me, it's like going to be half gone before a blink of an eye. I'm just terrible at that. I'll just keep. So, yeah, that's my guilty pleasure right there. Because I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I don't do anything tobacco. I don't vape. I don't do any of that stuff. But I have an addiction.
I don't do anything of that stuff, and I really hate alcohol.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. So that's good. No vices for you either. But, yeah, junk food is my vice, man. That is my drug. That is my addiction. So I just got to keep it away, keep it away now. So, well, that's good, man. I saw your note about trying to go to potentially a Mariner game in September. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know if that works out. We've done that before. And let's see if I can pull it off too.
Hopefully they're important games.
All right.
You know?
It better be. I know that's the stretch. That's the push to the finish.
I was looking at the Seahawks schedule too. It's interesting is that 5 out of 6 at home stretch. It's all like in October, so we might have some like possible.
Right here.
Yeah, there's
October 4th to November
11th.
8th. That whole month.
Well, what I'm saying is like
game.
They could like
home games.
Like the 4th and the 11th and the 25th. That could maybe be conflict with the Seahawks a little. I mean, not the Seahawks, the Mariners.
The Mariners.
We might have some double.
If we have playoff.
That's what I'm saying.
If we have playoff baseball.
I'm saying like those 3 games.
That's true. That's true.
The 4th, especially the 4th and the 11th one. You know, depending on how it goes.
Right here. Well, October.
And that 25th. That's kind of around the same period as the ALCS last year or World Series. Oh god, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, the World Series
can you imagine
kicks
that?
in late. I know, and with all this prime time too. I mean, it's going to conflict if that's happening because the World Series is always in the evening. These are all prime time. I hope we have that problem. I hope we are stressing about. Fun. Oh man, how am I going to be able to watch the Seahawks and the Mariners during that stretch? So that would be great. Like last year, it was such a great problem to be juggling Mariners and Seahawks. How are they gonna fix that Buccaneers and the Mariners playoff game? Oh no! Like, oh yes, what are you talking about? That's a great problem. Yeah.
Like Wednesday,
do that.
Our first game. Then the Mariners moved their 7 p.m. game, to 1 p.m. And then that's why I think there's no way we're losing to the Patriots the first game. Like our crowd, we're just gonna the whole city because the Mariners also they play Texas. That's gonna be an important series too.
That's an important game.
It's gonna be like there's a good chance you're gonna have like a sold out Mariners game with Texas, and then like. That night, of course, it's NFL. That game's going to be sold out. It's like it's just going to be very festive in Seattle.
So, AD, what was that game again you were asking me about? What date was that? Was it? It wasn't that 9th game, was it? It's earlier, right? Like the weekend before.
So the game that my mom, twin brother, and I are planning to go to for our birthday is the day before our birthday. It's on September 6.
That's what I thought. I know it wasn't midweek because I know you guys got work schedules and stuff. But man, so that's like right before the football season starts.
That's on the Sunday. I just looked at my calendar. That's on the Sunday against the Athletics, 1:10 p.m. Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
The Sixes, yeah.
Exactly, and the reason why we are picking that game because since it's not Memorial Day, good
Labor Day.
Since it's Labor Day, the next day, and our birthday, my brother Quinn does not have to work on that day.
Oh, because I remember that was the issue last time when you guys were trying to when you guys were trying to come over here for the football game. In fact, that when I saw you guys last when you came out this way, that was to watch the Buccaneers game, which we lost. I remember it was such a disappointing game to lose.
and it was my mom's birthday present, which is like.
I know, that was the only
add
downer.
insult
One of
to
the few,
injury.
the only game you could go to and we lose. The 17 games, you went to one of the few that we actually lost.
I was so heated.
Well, I remember that. I was kind of thinking, maybe there's a bad luck charm in here.
The bad luck Brian meme.
Washington.
The bad luck
Okay,
Brian
do
meme.
not point that thing at me, you.
Well, you only went to one. But what were you say, Chris?
The bad luck Brian meme.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not really. Yeah, actually, probably the younger folks probably don't really know that because that meme is just like that. That meme's like freaking 15 or 16 years old. But that was like a thing that was going around like on when Facebook was kind of in its infancy, like in 2009, 2010.
Yeah, I joined in 2008, so I was not brand new to it.
I was one of the first ones. I was 2005.
When did you join it?
Because that was when I was in college. So you had to have a college email. So I was actually, when I joined, it was the Facebook. Like I was like in that. So that's why that movie.
Right.
Facebook.
So this the social network.
Yeah. So when that movie came out and he says "drop the la," like so I watched it.
Character. Yeah.
I was in the theater and a lot of people were like, "Huh?" I'm like, "I know that reference."
Wow, you were an early adopter.
Yeah, I was like,
That's pretty crazy. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like half my life's been on Facebook. What's up?
Yeah. So was that AD?
Hey, has Norb told you about that one time where I said that I had hopes that the Seahawks were gonna go to the World Series?
What?
Oh, that was last year. Yeah, we were doing a call-in show, and we were talking about. We were still like in the midst of the playoff hunt and speculating what was going to happen, and he still had baseball in his mind. So I think the Seahawks could go to the World Series. I was like, that would be impressive if the Seahawks made it to the World Series. I'd like to see that happen. At least somebody from Seattle could get there. That was pretty funny.
Now up the bat. Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that's right.
It's funny.
I did know.
It's funny.
That didn't happen.
It's funny you guys say that today.
I was just laughing my butt off so badly.
I think I clipped that and put that on as his own clip on social media because that's pretty damn funny.
Yeah, you did.
Pretty good kick out of it. So thanks for that brain fart because that actually gave me some good social media content. Appreciate that. Feel free to do that again anytime. Chris, what were you saying? Sorry.
I was saying like on like Facebook, you have like these bots. Well, like I had like a bot on my page today, but I had like a bot today. It was just like talking trash out the Mariners. It's like the Athletics are gonna win the West and they're gonna win the Super Bowl. And I responded with, "Tell me you're a bot without telling me you're a bot." They're like, "What? The A's are going to the Super Bowl, winning it." So it just reminds me of that. I'm like, the A's are going to the Super Bowl? Okay.
Oh, yeah. No
like,
kidding. The Seahawks are going to the World Series and the A's are going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, and there's so many annoying Facebook Seahawks pages putting all kinds
they're all terrible. They're all...
And they're just insanely ridiculous things. Like, just the other day, there was one that posted that Delissa Lynch, Marshawn Lynch's mom, passed away. And that's not the first time I've seen sites
I saw one
saying that
Brennan
somebody
Carroll
died.
Yeah, Brennan
there's
Carroll.
A Pete Carroll one that died. Jim Zorn died.
Brennan Carroll died. It's like,
who even creates this content or even gets the idea that, hey, let's do a fake story about somebody dying. That's good. And then, but the worst part, people who repost it go, oh man, R.I.P. It's like, bro, if this actually happened, do you realize how many stories would be out there?
R.I.P. hosts are just so heartless, dude.
Oh man, it's.
And they also have like another meme too. It's like, this is Mike McDonald. He's a substitute teacher during the year, but during his off time, he's coaching the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. I'm like, yeah, and then you'll have like 300, and they're probably all bots. It's just like, wow, that's awesome that when he's not coaching, he's a substitute teacher. And I'm like, does anybody like take like 1%? Like thought process, like
I know, but some people repost, they just share and go,
"Wow,
it's
a problem.
Who knew? What a great guy!" It's like, no, he is a great guy, but not for that reason.
Or they'll have
research.
a controversy one. Will be like so and so player is speaking out against the team because he's for LGBT rights or he's against those rights. It's just like, and then you have people just arguing like, I love this player because he's against that. I hate that player. He's for that. It's like he never said any of that.
Yeah, stir up this political, hot pot for no reason.
I know. You see that all the time too. And I'm just like, what does this got to do with Seahawks? It's like, frick. Yeah. It's like,
you have to really sort through your stuff these days because there is so much stuff that you just. It sucks because now you don't trust anything. I don't trust anybody who calls me. I don't trust any messages that come in. I just assume they're all scammers if they're not somebody I know. And I might be missing out on some like legit inquiries, but I just kind of write them off.
It's like when I said the Seahawks are opening at the Patriots a couple of days ago. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is fake. This is BS. This is AI. This is a."
Well, that's because there were so many BS schedules that were put out, so everybody was like on the lookout for BS schedules, like 5 away games in a row, and everybody was sharing it.
I know.
Going, ooh, yeah, this is good.
I even had someone correct me on my thing. Like, no, they're playing the Bears week 1. Here's the schedule. I'm like, no, that's not the schedule. We're playing 5 road games in a row. That's not the schedule.
The worst is how much traction that fake schedule got. I saw so many people reposting it. I said, you guys realize the schedule doesn't come out till Thursday.
It's like you might get a leak. Like I said, that's how you know it's real. It's like typically, we talked about this on the leak stuff. It's like the week 1 game will be leaked probably a day or 2 before. And then the day of, it's just going to be piece by piece.
Well, certain like key event games get listed. Like they listed the Dallas and Cowboy Thanksgiving. Is it the pregame? The Thanksgiving game. Then they came out with the international game. So by then you already have a pretty good chunk of an idea of what's happening. Oh, I was messing with friends saying, "Hey, Norb, you going to the London game, the Seahawks London game?" I said, "What? Are we?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Are you?" Because I was like, I didn't hear about this, but I'm curious. He was pretty excited. Yeah, I'm going. I was like, okay, cool. And then the international games come out. I sent him a screenshot. I said, I don't see the Seahawks on this list. He goes, yeah. Yeah, they're not. So I hope he didn't buy his tickets already. Otherwise, he's going to be very disappointed.
Well, he'll be in London, so there's worse things.
Yeah, he saw plenty of things to see. It'll probably be a Jacksonville game because Jacksonville's kind of the default.
Yeah, they have 2 back-to-back home games.
British game.
Yeah, they have back-to-back home games there.
Anyway, I was hoping that Seattle might actually get an international game and an away game.
I was surprised we didn't get one.
You know what I think though? I think the Seahawks, if they hadn't won the Super Bowl, I think they would have had it would have been Seahawks Rams to open the season. The international games. I think that would have been if they didn't win the World Series. If the Seahawks hadn't won the World Series, I'm doing it now. Look what you've done to me, AD. You got me talking wrong now. I think the Seahawks, had they not won the Super Bowl, I think they would have matched up the Rams and the Seahawks in Australia. Because wouldn't it have been perfect? That would if they didn't win it. Because by them winning it, that kind of messed up the opening game because the Seahawks have to have the first game. So that changed that whole dynamic, and they gave them the 49ers. I don't know. I think that would have been a great matchup.
Well,
they put us on primetime on Christmas night. So,
I think in your hypothetical, the one flaw is like us and the Rams were never losing to New England. So I think if we hadn't won the Super Bowl, it would be the Rams to be playing a Wednesday, and there would probably be us and the 49ers in Australia.
Okay, well, that's true. But yeah, you're right. I guess it had gone the other way. That's true.
Yeah,
it would have been the 49ers, the Rams screwed up that thing. I just think the Seahawks would have been a perfect team for that.
Well, Michael Dixon,
Australia game.
Yeah, Michael Dixon. Dude,
I'm glad we didn't, because we didn't have to play that game because
that guy was like he was pinpointing those punts. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, don't even get me started. I'm not like you. We've talked about this on previous pods. Like it's like watching like art. It really is. Like he is just like Michael Dixon's on a different level with his punting, especially in that Super Bowl. Oh yeah, they didn't even field his last 3 Super Bowls. I mean, his last 3 Super Bowls. Now I'm just tongue twice. His last 3, punts. Yeah, no, I almost said that. His last 3 punts. His last 3 punts, like they literally didn't. I've never seen a team once in a while you might see it once again. Like those last three, they're like, we're not taking a chance. We're not getting the fumble.
Yeah.
Lori Cross finally in the house.
Lori Cross.
It only took her
Lori
an hour
Cross,
and 43 to join us. It only took an hour and 43 to
I
join
even
us.
messaged Lori in advance saying we're doing this show. But Lori is very busy because she's part of the committee that's putting together this banquet on Saturday. So,
yeah,
part
she's
of
one
the
of
very
the
busy team
peoples.
that's doing a lot of last-minute scrambling.
Yeah, she's.
I know,
she's,
Lori, you've been busy. I've been busy too.
Jokes. We joke because we care.
Yes.
Like I always tell my kids when I used to coach, if I'm not joking with you, that's when you need to be that's when you need to be worried.
Right. Yeah. Lori's my biggest supporter, though. She has been supporting me big time for the last several years. So I appreciate you, Lori. We're gonna have some fun Saturday night.
Mama Seahawker.
She handles the money when it comes to the Seahawks, so she's got a very important job. So
Hey, Norb.
I would say
Yo,
the
AD.
most important.
Yeah. What's up, AD? We're sitting here going off, and AD's
Hey,
just listening.
so I'm gonna get going in a bit, but a few things. One, let's get going with the prediction of the season, because I think you want to ask what my prediction is, right?
Oh, I mean, you're calling. Let's
that's
give
right.
it.
Let's hear it. Go for it. So what are we going to do? Chris said, let's bring it back just so we can remind everybody, our viewing audience, what we predicted. Chris said we'd go 13-4 in 2026. I said we'd go 14-3, match last year's record. What say you, AD?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with 14-3 again.
Yeah, going with me, going with my record. All right, good call. Why not? Okay, 14-3, I like it. What was your other point?
And one last thing, if I can actually get my music made, and therefore I can start recording my music videos, when exactly can I come over to your place so that you can edit them, buddy?
Well, and you wouldn't even necessarily have to do that. You could digitally send me your files, and I could work on them remotely, theoretically. But I'd say start your one step at a time, because you got a lot to do before you can even shoot your music videos, because you got to record them too. So I say get that figured out. So I hope that 10-day hiatus that you have from your phone will allow you to really hunker down and get serious about all that. And then we'll figure it out. It's a busy summer. It's a busy summer. Travel and everything like that.
I got hiatus.
I got a question for both of you. So since he does the music for your schedule predictions, we had a schedule leak. Can we get at least one song link to the 17 game schedule that you're thinking of?
This is what I could tell you. So I have not planned any of the music yet for this 2026 season's prediction video. I always every year do a video where I get people's suggestions, which I'm going to do in the next couple weeks or so. But between AD and from our good buddy down there in Mock, Georgia, he actually already has picked a song and written the lyrics for one of the games already, which he did last year too. So,
the Cowboys game. That reminds me. He wrote lyrics for the Cowboys game.
So I won't say what the song is, but I will say that he's picked a Selena Gomez song against for the Cowboys game that takes place in Week 13. So I theoretically already have one game done. 1 out of 17 is already done.
So who are you guys going to use the "We Are the Champions" song for?
He's really on it, all right.
The Patriots or when we play at San Francisco?
You're talking about "We Are the Champions" by Queen?
Queen, yes. Who gets that song? Is it the Patriots or is it when we go at San Francisco because we won the championship there? That's
it feels like it'd be if you got to come out strong like that. It feels like you got to be the one that against the team that you beat. So if that were to be a song to be chosen, it would fit to be "We Are the Champions, my friends." That would be probably a good opening song one because
and I saw your post a couple weeks ago where you went to see his movie. You got to have your boy
Woo!
Yeah, you gotta have MJ in there.
Yeah, I've pretty much I've used a lot of MJ over the years, but yeah, I got to see how I can work MJ. I think I did him last year. I've used let's see, Billie Jean.
Probably got to use Beat It, I'm sure.
Oh, I've not used Beat It because it's such a damn high song.
Just Beat It.
Yeah.
Thriller.
Lower it down. Thriller. Yeah. I've done Beat It and Thriller. Sure. I should. Oh, Remember the Time was last year's. Yep. Yeah, that movie is great though, man. I love that movie. They're gonna be doing a sequel to it.
And hey, Norb, I got a good song. I would love to sing in your prediction video, dude.
Oh, what would that be?
It's "Hero" by Nickelback.
No, Nickelback.
Oh, somebody recommended that last year. Nickelback. That takes you back.
Nickelback.
When was their years? When they hot during is it the 2000s?
No, they're getting locked in the 2000s.
Yeah, they were the 2000 guys.
That's right.
They're kind of.
But you know, I put music from all eras. I always get my kids involved because they listen to all the new.
Well, they're in college, so they can help you. Yeah, they can help you with.
Because otherwise, I'd have no clue. I like girls. Give me some stuff, and of course, the audience helps me out as well. But I usually turn to them because my girls usually help me perform some stuff.
For the Chiefs, you gotta have your girls pick out their favorite Swiss song.
They can't stand her though.
Really? Wow.
They're not
college girls.
Well, here's the thing though. My girls are big hip hop R&B gals, so they're just not into pop music. So they're just she's very pop / country, right? And so that's totally what they're not into. So it's not really her personally. It's just they're not into her genre of music. So they tend to go with more. So
or you're saying no Elizabeth Taylor for the Chiefs.
Elizabeth.
That's her song. It's the title of her big song on this album.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah. No, I'm not going to say that. Doesn't mean I wouldn't use. I have used Taylor Swift before. I used "Shake It Off." I think the previous year in 24 or something. So it's I'm not against using it. I'm just saying I can't count on my girls to give me pop music references because I go to them for specific things, R&B, hip hop. So.
You can do that. We can have like Tupac for Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas has got to be like some gangster stuff. You know, it's got to be like
yeah.
Or you could do Elvis. Actually, or you could really go old school with Elvis.
Oh yeah, which I've done a couple Elvis things.
You could do Elvis for that one.
I've had a couple Elvises. I did Hound Dog. I think 3 years ago, and 2 years ago I did. Blue Suede Shoes. Had my parents featured him because Elvis is my dad's favorite singer of all time. So he
that's my grandma. My grandma's obsessed with Elvis still. I think she owns every little thing of Elvis I've ever seen in my life. And whenever I feel like shop for her for birthdays or whatever, and I'm confused, I'm like, I just type in Elvis on my Amazon and just like, what looks cool? Ding. All right, boom.
My dad's not so much into collecting all that stuff. He just loves his music, and he used to have like the Elvis channel, like on Sirius or something, like just playing all the time. It's like nonstop Elvis.
Oh God.
24/7 in the car. But the peak of that was when we got to go to in 2017. We had the Tennessee Titans game, and so we decided to make a trip out of it. Where we started off. We went to Graceland, so my dad got to make a journey to the Mecca of Elvis's homeland, and the highlights of that was we got to they broadcast their radio, the station that he would listen 24/7 out of. Their booth is in Graceland, and we were like walking by, oh hey, there's the booth, and we were like peeking in, and the guy was like waving us, hey, come on in, and we were like, oh okay. So the guy introduced himself, the DJ, and he's I introduced my dad, and my dad's a huge fan, blah blah. He goes, hey, would you like to introduce the next song? Yeah, Dad, go for it. So they let my dad do the tease. Like, okay, next up is "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Elvis or something. They did a little interview. Unfortunately, I never got a recording because it was live and we were down there, so never got to hear it later, but yeah, I got to go in the booth and actually introduce the song on the radio. So that was a pretty cool trip. And one thing that sucked about that was when I tore my hamstring right before that trip, doing the Bruno Mars, James Brown splits at a fundraiser that my dad was running the week before that trip. So I had to go. So my hamstring was all black and blue. I was on crutches. I could barely walk. So I had to go around Tennessee on our little journey in crutches the whole time.
And we played like shit.
Yeah, it sucked. It was hot that day.
Super hot.
Yeah,
we played like shit. Like it was so
terrible.
annoying. I know.
Oh, I just remember thinking, man, LOB looks old. They were like,
that was the last year.
That was the last year. It was. It felt like, man, this is not the LOB of the 13 and 14 seasons. But
that's when our offensive line was at its absolute worst.
Yeah.
It's fat Eddie Lacy back there. Like just plodding away for 1 yard at a time.
Yep.
God.
Anyway, well, a lot of stuff.
Times.
A lot of fun stuff.
Times.
But all right, AD, thanks for calling, man. We will be chatting, and this soon to be very exciting. But I wish you all the best in your focus on working on your music, bro. It's what it takes. You got to buckle down.
Oh, dude, please pray for me, man, because I've just been putting off doing my music all because I'm just sitting on my butt, doom scrolling on my stupid phone.
Well, you know what it is. I know how it is. It's like you get busy because, like you said, your work is kicking your butt, and we all have to do our jobs, right? We all have to do something to pay the bills. And a lot of times you get done doing your work, you're just tired. You just want to chill out.
So complicated.
Yeah, and then you're like, do you have the energy to sit down? Okay, my job's done. I'm home. I should work on my music. I'm just tired. I think I'm just going to sit here and watch some TV and eat some chips at 11 o'clock because I'm just dang tired. So that's the hard part. So it's just, it's good. I'm glad you're going to do that, and hopefully you get some creative juices flowing. So I wish you luck, my friend. You'll be very happy.
Thank you so much.
It'll be very rewarding when you get that done. That reminds me of, so when I'm my world premiere of my draft music video is coming out. We're going to actually premiere it at the banquet on Saturday, and then I'll post on social media after that. So I did a music video recap of our 2026 draft class. So I'm excited to release that to the world. Yeah, I spent some time working on that sucker. But so it'll be premiered live on Saturday and then unleash it to the world probably Sunday. So
you have like an individual song for each draft pick?
No, it's one song, and I just did like the all 8 draft picks in kind of in a breakdown, set to music as a video. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty.
I thought you picked an individual song for each player. I was like, geez,
oh man,
that'd been tough.
That's a lot. No, it's only 3 minutes long, so it's short and sweet, but kind of just got the essence of each one. Has some highlight clips on there, so that'd be pretty cool. So AD, man, good luck, man. We'll talk soon. All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
All right, go Hawks, go Mariners, and all that. All right.
From Yaktown, the home of Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. All right, bro. Well, that was fun. what did we say? 12-4? Oh no, 13-4.
Yeah. 14-3.
13-4 or 14-3. That is what we got, just for one more reminder. So if we go back in February or January of 2027 and we look back at this, we can kind of remember what we talked about and see how accurate our prediction skills.
Hopefully, if I age poorly, hopefully it's because I was pessimistic and not the other way.
You're right.
Like I don't care if it's like we go 15-2 and everyone's like, I can't believe you thought it would be 13-4 instead of like, wow, we're 9-8. I can't believe you thought we'd be 13-4.
I know.
I don't see a scenario where we'd be 9-8 unless half the team got injured, but
and that's always the thing. I mean, that's what caused the Broncos or the Buccaneers game to go south.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know. Mm-hmm.
But we can never factor that into our predictions because we're just assuming everybody's healthy. So we'll hopefully stay relatively that, even though we know it's practically impossible that we don't lose somebody at some point. But that remains to be seen. But Chris, appreciate it, man. This will be.
I love it. It was a fun show.
It'll be fun. It was a very fun show.
This was a really fun one. I had a good time.
It was. Yeah, for sure. Well, we got. It's going to be kind of quiet this is kind of the quiet. This sort of the schedule launch is sort of the sad point of the year because it's sort of like the last sort of exciting moment before we kind of hit a little bit of a hibernation period.
Oh, and the next time we'll probably talk.
Until training camp kicks in
Hard Knocks.
July, and then Hard Knocks will be something to look forward to. But now for about the next 2 months, ish, there's not going to be a lot to talk about other than maybe the ownership thing might rear its ugly head again.
Yeah, they'll probably.
But football related wise, there's just not really going to be much action. Hopefully, if there's any action, usually it's like bad action, like someone doing something off the field that they shouldn't be doing. That's the stuff you hope you don't. You better not be talking about your team in that way. But we'll have plenty of things to talk about.
Well, we got the Mariners still. Like they're going to be hopefully. They get a little healthy. To be buyers in July. We hopefully that the next 2 months sets that up. Yeah, so they start playing to their potential,
beefing up the roster and. Figuring out what they want to do with this pitching rotation, this 6-man pitching rotation that is just kind of weird.
It's definitely weird.
Hey, thank goodness the AL West is kind of weak because we're still sitting there solid second place still.
We're 1 game behind first place.
you wouldn't think by the way the season started that we would not be 1 game out of first place. But
if you read my page, you'd probably think we're in last place with some of my posts. I'll admit it, but
hey, there's nothing better than being able to complain about your team but still be like in the hunt or very close to being on top. That's the best place where you can critique and still feel good about where you're at. So.
Yeah, you just try to keep it real, and that's what we are. We're 22 and 23. I'm not, because I also have some positive posts too. I have like we're 22 and 23. That's about the ratio of my positive and negative posts. It's about 50-50 because it's what we are as a team.
Well, what I like is that you're not just like your tone doesn't just change with the win. Like when they're winning, hey, what a great team! They're doing all the great stuff, and they're losing. Oh, the Mariners suck. They need to fire Dan Wilson. Blah blah blah. You're pretty consistent on that. If you're saying there's something fundamentally wrong with what they're doing, even if we're winning, you don't necessarily say that was the wrong take. It's just certain things were maybe our hitting just heated up.
Runs.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, and that sometimes masks other problems, but it doesn't mean that problem isn't still there. It just means that we kind of had a run support that made that problem not an issue that game. But on the game where we lost 2-1 or 3-2 or 3-1 or in 10 innings and lost by 1, it was probably something that might have had to do with that recurring issue that tends to plague us in the most critical of times. You just hope that it doesn't happen too often because, damn, have we been in a lot of 1-run games.
6 and 11 in 1-run games.
Yeah,
we're
usually
16.
We usually do pretty good on the 1-run games. And this we've been on the south side of that, so that's been quite our luck. And then maybe Cal Raleigh, man, talk about a slump. At least it looks like he's showing signs that he's getting out of it.
Well, no, he went on that. They put him on the injured list today. So
really? Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. He's been. That's partly why he's been struggling. Is he's been hurt, and they finally just waved the white flag and said, "You know what? Go get rest." And it was funny today. Is Mitch Garver, his backup catcher today, got a rare start, and what does he do? He hits a 2-run home run. So
okay. I said I was so unplugged because today was such a crazy day.
Yeah.
Did we win?
Yeah, we won. We actually and Luis Castillo got the win. He actually got his first win. No kidding.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he pitched well. Yeah. So there you go.
All right. So put some positive notes on your next write up because it's all good.
That's usually how I do it. If we win the next day, I try to have a couple positive articles. If we lose, I try to point out something. But you're right about the reoccurring themes. Like with the Mariners, we're 6 and 11 in 1-run games. So in non-1-run games, we're 16 and 12, which is pretty good. So it's like we just got to start winning those. We got to start winning those close games. We just got to start winning those.
So we basically does that mean we won this? Did we win the series?
Yeah, we won 3 out of 4. We won 3 out of 4 against Houston. Yeah, it's awesome. We're 7-1 against Houston. I can't believe we got to see that day. After they just tormented us for so long.
Well, I like every team, right? That are great.
They're going through it.
At some point, the bottom falls out, and finally fell out because they were dominating the West for how many years? You were just always looking up at them, going, "Damn."
They made the American League Championship Series every year from 2017 all the way through 2023. That's 7 straight years. 7 straight years they're in the ALCS. Think about how hard it was last year, Mariner fans, to be in the ALCS. They did that 7 straight times.
Yeah,
to put that in perspective. but now they're old.
They were kind of like the 49ers for a while, but they capitalized on it and they actually won.
Finally, yeah, they won a couple.
The 49ers were there. They had that window where they were just like the team to beat, and they just could not finish.
Twice.
They should have won 2 Super Bowls.
You're right, like with Harbaugh,
and probably
and then recently with Shanahan.
Yeah.
Those Jim Harbaugh teams from 2011 to 2013, man, they were tough. Like, I still think of all the teams that we've had to beat throughout the years in the playoffs, I still think 2013 49ers was the toughest team we've ever beat. They were for sure better than both our Super Bowl teams that we beat. Ironically, I probably have last year's Rams as our second best team we beat in the playoffs. It's weird how that worked out. I feel like both Super Bowls, both times, they were inferior to our championship team that we beat.
That's
just kind of how that worked out.
If you think about the 49ers, man, arguably they should have won 3 Super Bowls over the past like 14 years. Because remember in 2012 that the in the Superdome where the lights went out for 45 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, they had the ball. They threw to Crabtree famously 4 straight times on the
and couldn't get it.
And that was back when Kaepernick was like the best runner ever. I kept thinking, because I hate the 49ers, I'm like, it's done. They're going to do a read option cap.
Read option,
and he's going to run it in there. And they threw 4 straight fades. The 2011 year, remember their punt returner fumbled twice against the Giants. And, of course, the Seahawks here. That's a 50-50 game. Sherman, that's a 1st and 10 on the 15. You know, like they had us on the ropes. Like to the point where my stomach was hurting. I was in pain during that drive because I'm like, oh my God, like they're gonna beat us. Because I remember they kept getting like it'd be 3rd down and it'd be like 3rd and 8, they're getting 9. 3rd and 11, they got 12, and it's just like they're marching down. I'm just like, because we hadn't won the Super Bowl yet. I'm just like, oh my God, we're gonna blow this. This is like, and I'm like stomach, and then the Sherman thing comes out of nowhere, and then recently they had twice a 10-point lead on the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and they blew that one. They had a
Jimmy Garoppolo had I can't remember
wide open.
Wide open. He overclosed it by like 4 yards or something, and that was
no in the screen. Yeah, and then they also had the year that the Rams won in 2021. The 49ers had a 10-point lead in that game too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and blew it in the championship.
And then they had there was a muffed punt in
that was the 2011. Yeah, you might be right about that. I just remember
there was a fumble, I think, a crucial fumble in that game too. That was a tough one because like 49ers Rams. Ugh.
I know I hated that.
It's a lose-lose situation.
I hated that game. Standpoint. I really Yeah, it was weird. That's probably why I don't. When you brought up the fumble, I don't really remember that game much because I'll be real. It's like I didn't really watch. Even I was like
nothing. Yeah, it's like no matter what happens, you're not.
It was it was a weird cause. It's like I just didn't want to watch. It was kind of like.
And then the Super Bowl, you're like, please, Bengals, just somehow. Can you find a way, please? It wasn't meant to be.
If we had lost to the Rams, I'm being upfront because the Patriots made the Super Bowl. I wouldn't have watched. I know it's the Super Bowl, but I just wouldn't have watched. I would have been like, I'm out. I can't do this. I can't do it. Like I'm out.
And then the 23 season, the one I got to watch in person, the Rams and Chiefs rematch.
God, the 49ers dominated in the first half. The first half,
but but the score, they
let them hand around.
McCaffrey has a rare fumble. It just kept really close.
They let them hand around. I know, yeah.
And then there was a blocked extra point. Extra point.
You're right, yeah.
If they don't have that, they win that game because there's no overtime. I mean, was just, if you're a 49er fan, tortured soul, man, because you've had so many Super Bowls that were one play, 1 inch or something, and they would have at least had one.
Well, Shanahan had 3. Shanahan's kind of cursed if you think about it. We just went over it. Well, I mean, but it might be his coaching too. Who knows? Well, because think about it, we talked about those losses, and then he was the offensive coordinator for the biggest joke of all time.
For the
28-3
Falcons against the Patriots.
28-3. So it's like, obviously he's doing something that, I think it's because he gets super conservative. I feel like that's what I felt like in that game against us, that 13-3 win. He was just really like. it felt like to me he was kind of like waiting, like, okay, we don't have to do anything. Sam Darnold's going to do a stupid pick, and then that's when we'll win. And then it just never happened, and it's kind of like they didn't know how to adjust. I felt like New England had the same game plan against us too. It's like they had like, we're not going to do anything in offense. We'll just wait for Sam Darnold to throw a pick six. And it just – then when it doesn't happen, it's like you look up at the scoreboard, and it's like, oh, your offense has like 60 yards of offense.
Yeah, right.
Playing in a turtle shell the whole game. But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we should have blown them out by even 2 more touchdowns. But, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see with, Shanahan – how, at some point he won't be the coach for the 49ers, and what his legacy will be this team, this coach that brought him right to the edge and could never quite get over it.
Yeah, he will have an interesting legacy. You're right, and he'll
Unless
definitely
he's
coach
able to
somewhere
pull
else.
off winning a Super Bowl somewhere. It'll almost be like if he ever wins one, just retire. Just leave at that point, because that'll be it. That'll be like your crowning achievement. Leave on a winning note, so at least that way people will forget about all the Super Bowls you didn't win, and you go, okay, well, he was a Super Bowl champ. Maybe that would be probably the only way he comes out, on a positive note. But most of the time, the coaches leave their teams. It's never on a positive note, right? Look at Holmgren. Look at Pete Carroll. They all left on pretty bad notes.
Yeah,
it's just you rarely go out on top. Because you win. They want to keep you when you win. So
I will say this, Shanahan's career, at least so far, I'm not saying he's going to turn out to be like this. It does remind me of like Philadelphia's Andy Reid. Because remember,
that's true. Yeah, he could never.
Everyone forgets this.
Right
everyone
there.
Forgets that before Reid finally broke through at Kansas City and won 3, he was known as the coach who cannot win the big one. You get Andy Reid.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Andy Reid's rep for 20 years.
That's true.
So. And yeah, maybe Shanahan might do it, and just like Reid, it'll probably be with a different franchise. I don't see it happening in San Fran, especially with how much they're having to pay Brock Purdy. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, that window, the perfect window, closed up. And Lori's still here. Oh snap! The schedule's out. I've been so busy I forgot. LOL, not liking the Rams versus Seahawks Christmas night. You know what's interesting about that? It is a primetime game, and
it's a weird one though.
When the Seahawks had their first Thanksgiving game. It was a Thanksgiving game here.
A couple years ago
with the 49ers. Which was not a good, because it was a terrible game. But I remember I was thinking it was going to be this really great high demand game, and I had a couple tickets I was trying to sell, and I was like, man, nobody wants to go to this game because we're just not we're not the Lions, we're not the Cowboys, we're not used to having a game to go to on Thanksgiving. Everybody here is used to watching from home, the comfort of home, other teams. And then when they actually had to go to a game on Thanksgiving, I think people just they didn't really want to. I don't think it was as high demand as I thought it would be. I think a lot of people were like, I don't want to go down there.
To your point, Norm, I was looking like on the lowest ticket prices, and the Christmas game is the 3rd lowest. Only the Giants and Cardinals is below that. And if you think about it, if the Rams were probably any other week, probably the most. I mean, week 1's going to be the most expensive, no matter what. But it would have been the next most expensive game. Instead, it's the 3rd least expensive game.
That could change, though.
Point.
I mean, yeah,
I know the
price point. But if it becomes like a divisional, where both teams are like at that point 13-2 or something, fighting for the lead.
Yeah.
That price is going to skyrocket, I'm sure, if that is what's at stake at that point.
True.
But I'm sure they're counting on that.
But it's a weird one. Well, you're going to have just people who are religious or whatever who are also Seahawks fans are just – they're not going to go on Christmas. And it's just – and you typically have your family over. So if you have a big family, it's probably going to be hard for you. So, I'm just, hoping for someone like me can squeeze on in there and get me a ticket.
Yeah. Well, I'm going.
Yeah.
Of
course.
To know. We'll do our thing in the morning, and then bye. It's late though, so
that's
it's a prime time game. So
you're right about that. At least we got that one, and not like if it's like a 1:00 game, that'd been tough.
Oh yeah, that totally rain on your Christmas morning.
No,
At least
but
here, you've had your Christmas morning and had some time, and then
you're already tired of the in-laws, and you're tired of everybody. You're like, I need some freaking football, guys. I need some football.
But man, right now the NFL, it's just like they got the Midas touch because they're just putting games on everything. They got they're
every day
Thanksgiving. Now they're doing Thanksgiving Eve.
No.
They already added the Friday
Wednesdays.
game, the game after Thanksgiving, and now they're doing Christmas Day games. They started doing that not too long ago. So I mean, there is no season, there's no holiday that's untouchable.
Yeah,
I mean, if you could put something on Christmas, nothing can. There's nothing that NFL can't do.
I think literally Tuesday is the only day that won't have a game.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Every day of the week except Tuesday. Soon enough, there'll be a Tuesday night football. It'll be every day of the week.
That's coming. That's coming.
I'm sure it will be. But
it's the day after Monday. That's how they'll advertise it, because they don't want to shock you with Tuesday night football away, because it'll be like post Monday night game, or like they'll word it differently. So people are like, wait, we're doing football 7 days a week?
I remember there was this funny post. I can't remember if it was a story or just some something made up. But it was like this woman saying, I'm really, my husband is just great because he told me that during the football season I can't count on him for Thursday night football, and then Friday night there's football, and they got college on Saturday and football on Sunday, Monday night football. But he told me he would sacrifice Tuesday night football for me, so he'll make that our night. It's like, this is either really clever or just somebody who really just doesn't know football. But someday that might actually be true.
Well, speaking of couples, the Super Bowl this year also lands on Valentine's Day. So, shout out to all the future.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. So shout out to all the people who are going to begin a future divorce or breakup, because there's going to be some.
Is it going to be Super Bowl or me? You have to choose one.
Oh, that's an easy choice for me.
Yeah, well,
wouldn't be no hesitation on that.
Well, right now
it's probably
cat you got to worry about.
That's probably why I'm with just me and my cat, because I'm making that decision.
Oh, Alina got a good point here. All right, a retrospective on one of my old songs. We need another one like your Justin Timberlake song. My son and I watched that video before every Seahawks game. I can't sing the real song anymore. Every time we hear, we're using your words. I think you're talking about the Can't Stop the Feeling from that Trolls movie.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah. Well, freaking for one of the Rams games. For one of the Rams games, you can use Cry Me a River. For one of the Rams games, you should use Cry Me a River. Did you see their schedule release? On their schedule release video.
The Seahawks video?
Ours was awesome. But the Rams video was still... the Rams video right off the bat, still complaining about the Seahawks 2-point play.
Are you serious? In their schedule release video?
Their schedule release video. It's all I thought it was like a fan parody video, and then I looked up there and I clicked on it. I'm like, holy shit, it's the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, go on their Twitter thing.
Wow.
And it's right off the bat, too. Yeah, and it's right off the bat, too. Like, we're the first game out, so you don't even have to, worry about it. Oh, yeah, our schedule release videos.
That was really cool. I haven't seen anyone else's. I mean, every team, they're getting so creative with those. But, yeah, the Seahawks, if you haven't seen it already, look up the schedule release video, because every team puts out kind of their own creative spin on it. And the Seahawks went with a perfume commercial take on the schedule release. It was really clever. I was like, what is this? Oh, okay. I see where this is going. And it's a really
some cameos too. It's some cameos too.
Yeah, a lot of cameos, actors, and
there's
a beast mode in there. It's pretty funny. Yeah, you gotta check it
yeah.
out. But yeah, I gotta check that out. I haven't seen the Rams one yet. I haven't seen any of
right
the
Rams. The Rams one's the only one I saw, and someone sent it to me. And it's like it's like right off the bat, and the official videos complaining about they're calling us basically it's it's a fake title, but we have to acknowledge it begrudgingly because of a call, and they're still crying about it. So it's Cry Me a River. That's what I'm saying. Their song should be Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that is a good one. I like that song too.
That's a great song.
All right, bro. Well,
all right. I think it's just us at this
fun
point.
Stuff, man. That was fun. Yeah, there's a few people who apparently don't have much else to do on a Thursday night, but we appreciate you guys watching though, because this was actually a lot of fun. It was a fun show to do. Mm-hmm. So, all right, man, Chris. Well, we'll talk soon, man.
All right. Take care, Norb.
Give love to Puma. I'm surprised I haven't seen
Well.
Puma in the background. He's been chilling somewhere else.
Yeah, knocked over his sleeping bed, and he's sleeping on the other side of it. I just looked over. I'll definitely have to get it. I'm dying to. I hope he stays there when this show's over, because I'm gonna definitely get a picture of that.
All right, man. We'll see you later. And to everybody else, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Go Hawks, baby.
All right.
Who let the dogs